What is the difference between Moorish and Moorish?
But hold on a minute. The other question, she had two questions dealing
She
with
said
something
the
on the seal.
seals. She was like the seals. What types of seals are printed on the documents?
Nice down there. This is crazy. Yeah, all right. All right. So let's see here. Who is this? This Lois. This is the Empress seal. This is the Lois. Okay. Good. Y'all know we are. We all outside here. My strength is so crazy right now. Huh? It's officially sealed, y'all. As they say, how do you do it?
It's officially sealed.
It's on the seal.
What you mean
Dealing
by
with the
that?
because we was dealing with because you talk about the apostilles had seals on them.
Oh, your royal seal. You got to be able to have a raised seal. Raised seal means that's your full faith and credit. That's your authority. So you got authority to have a raised seal. That's a venue. So you have a venue on the apostille process. So when I brought the state, when we emerged the state, and we told them June 14th, 2019, that we'd be emerged state in 30 days. All right. So that imperial executive order that came from the imperial chancellor office, that apostille established the state and that seat as having its own apostille authority, where it ain't got to come through the emperor no more. It ain't got to come through my house no more. I delegate authority down to that seat. So now that seat has authority to create whatever it needs to do to run the state. It has its own apostille authority. So whereas the state is moving, writing its own enactments or whatever it need to write, it has its own apostille authority where it comes from your authority. So they call that on that blue bag, we call it purple bag.
Purple bag.
Right. So every state had their own color. So we royalty, we have purple bag. They have blue bag. You feel me? So so that's how you deal with state to state. So we don't cross in each other's jurisdiction.
That's right. That's right.
So I'm saying, so that's showing you the authority that's coming from your apostille that's already got full faith and credit and all that other jurisdiction. So when they see that, whatever's under that first page has that weight of all the authority that comes from that state. So as you learn in the Imperial Constitution and the laws of the Constitution and the CNYE, that apostille represent all that full faith and credit, all that imperial land rights, everything you got on there, that apostille. So that's the authority that comes, whatever's under there. Whether it's a imperial motu proprio, whether it's whatever you're sending for the state to move the bank, the court, whatever, it has that authority on top of it. That prove that it has full faith and credit. So you ain't crossing no state to sit in the seat of another state. So that's part of your process in running your executive office. Make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so and then that other seals you might be saying on the paperwork, them royal seals, hours that I use, in explaining certain things in writing, because I write my own way. I put certain seals behind at different, like when you see Washington, you see my seal with the flag. Why? Because that's when it became, I owned it. May 9th, 2003. Okay, so the treaty part of the treaty between United and Minor African Embassy. Well, I own Hadid part. I own Mamoon part, and I own Prince Ramsey Bay part. Okay, so that's why I say I own the whole treaty. So the sister asked me last night by that boy out there in California. That part I didn't add in there was that he got to come to our court because he got my property. Because Zakur gave it to him, and he dropped it. He dropped it in the safety deposit box, whatever he said he did. And I said he better drop it in there because it's my property. So either he gonna get back to me willingly, or I'm gonna bring his ass to our court and get my paperwork. That's my damn treaty. So I didn't put that out last night, but I'm letting you know this ain't no game. And he got the vouch for using the Empire Watchdog that money. Well, that's my mom. I can use it. No, your mom had it established under that her authority, which is under my authority now. So you can't go create no damn EIN number on property that's not yours. That property officially belongs to me, the 8th Marquis, because she the 6th Marquis. So, like I said, I ain't got no problem dealing with the family, but don't piss me off where we gotta take it to that level. And it don't make me no difference. You ready to dance? I can dance anytime you want to dance because I got proof who I am. Now you got to come prove who you is because you can't prove you're a sovereign. You can't prove it. You can prove you got a bloodline through your corporation, and your daughter can prove she got a bloodline. You can't prove nothing. You got some sovereign to be able to hold that seat. That's sovereign seat. So that's what I said. So we good. I just want to bring that up. What else we got?
Well, is that you right on time because the brother said, brother Stilo says, when you say authority, who's giving the authority? And so what is the root of the authority that we standing on? And you started talking about the apostille and how you own, those apostilles from.
Well, yeah, that authority comes from the sovereignty that's been established since 1713 with the treaties of Utrecht. Okay, with that authority from that seat was the France and Spain becoming their on record, that they are the protectorates and over the imperial land right, imperial with the E, all right, imperial land rights and sovereignty of the Washita Moors or Moors de Dugdamania. Okay, so that's what that's why you see MUUR step off the scene since then. Okay, you seen it reappear lately, but it go all the way back to then, and you haven't seen Imperial nowhere since 1713.
That's right.
So you had the Imperial Crown Prince Ramses Adel Bey, okay, who nationalized me or had me nationalized on his authority as Maiku Chief Thunderfire. So you said that's he got all the authority of the empress. What they tried to do, because he died in 2004, what the family tried to do, they tried to erase him out of history so they could steal the seat.
Well, how the hell are they gonna go about doing that?
You go to their webpage. They say we don't have nothing to do with the United Watchdog. I said, because that make you ain't got that they don't understand the contract. They don't understand nothing. So I'm saying, so you just look at their website. It looks silly.
All right. Sister asked, what's the difference between foreign national and foreign citizen?
I don't know what you're talking about. Ain't no such thing. I mean, a foreign citizen means you just a citizen of a foreign country.
Just from another country, yeah.
A foreign national country means you outside of the Queen's authority and the Pope's authority. Okay.
Very important. That's very important.
Yeah.
Okay. Foreign national in their own country mean that you outside of the Queen
Pope,
and Pope authority. Sheesh. Wow.
What do you think we the best kept secret?
They don't want nobody to know about that.
Right.
Yeesh.
Right. That was another question the sister said before. There was something else she said something about the one before that.
Yeah, this is the sister. She's about Moorish and Moorish.
Yeah.
Moorish and Moorish.
Oh yeah, Moorish is Washita. MUURISH. That goes back to the empress of the Washita throne, Saint Saïd Ayamariya, who married King Louis XVII. Louis. So that goes back to her. And then the Moorish, MORISH, goes back to the Al-Moroccan Empire, Imperial Moorish Empire, they used to call it. So you got the Washita with the E, and you got the Emperor with the I. So you go, and then you got Moorish, and they say Americans because you're an American. That's something Drew Ali established, but you got to realize Drew Ali also was the 5th Marquis de Masson Rouge. So when he made certain things and did certain things, that's why it stands to this day, because he was the de Masson Rouge. Not because he was prophet. Anybody, we got preachers, all that got 501c3s. So why is his word so different than all them? Because he had a royal bloodline. He was out of de Masson Rouge, 5th Marquis de Masson Rouge. So that's why that seat's under my house. I'm the 8th Marquis de Masson Rouge. So anything dealing with his signature, I own it. So we gotta oversee and make sure we can go back through and check everything. I don't give a damn what Sat Temple, whoever. They gotta show proof where they got authority to move whatever they moving. They gotta show proof where they got authority to use that 52 number. I mean, come on, you go look at the contract. You got his name, you got 3 other names on there. So where you have a delegation of authority where they gave you permission to use any of that.
Facts.
So I'm saying, so all these people they putting on their back plates and saying they ain't got to pay for 100 buns and I ain't got no tax on 100 buns, all that crap. Just showing you what niggas is trying to use the 52 number, all that crap, man.
So
just to get over and try to hustle.
So to get clarity,
huh?
I was saying, so to get clarity, right? Because the brother asked something about asked about the 1099s. I want to give clarity that this is not. He talked about the 1099s and clearing and claiming some debt.
Who's that?
He's in them. I'm going back looking for his thing right now, and I'm like, so they'll give clarity again because being that we have our own state.
I don't. That's what I said. If he at that level, he need to go get some Tylenol or something. He got a headache.
Yeah, he got
he just told you outside of the venue, you got your own state. He trying to bring in some 1099. That's that crap. That's that sovereign citizen. Ain't got nothing to do with us. What question can he bring to me about anything on that level? If he that dumb, I mean, you need to go. I mean, he trying to be smart. Is that a light question or something for real?
Yeah, I don't. That's what I was saying. Like, because a lot of people are still in that stuff, you know. And
oh, that's just that sovereign citizen paperwork. Ain't got nothing to do with no sovereign state. That's why I say I ain't got time to entertain it.
And we on the other side.
It's not even worth the breath. That's why I say when people come over, what I say, they got to be able to do what? Read and understand. That's why I'm like, yo, you for real. You see that spell? Out there, everything I done said on this call, show you how sorry you got. This boy can come and talk about some damn 1099. Like, come on, are you serious? Man,
so somebody asked up, do you have to be a Mason in order to be part of the Demonson Rouge?
Why you gotta be a Mason? What they gotta do with anything?
For the Red House or the Royal Ark. I don't know.
Why you gotta be I mean, they can't even explain themselves, they can't even explain their jurisdiction. Why they got anything to do with us? Anything that's in America, brother, it has to come from the Grand Lodge. So the Grand Lodge that all y'all work under is come from the Grand Lodge in DC that's attached to the Grand Lodge in England, where you get your authority, where you exist in your charter or whatever law you're a part, shrine or whatever. All right. So you got a Grand Lodge. So we have our own authority. We create our own damn Grand Lodge. We don't need no authority, anything from them. So if you are Mason, you want to travel, you travel that road or walk across the desert. That's just good knowledge for you, so that you can. That's just good knowledge for you, so that you can help as you helping raise yourself and taking your lessons, you know, to improve yourself. But no, you know, we have our own Khufu Talmud said brotherhood. So you know, that's just your knowledge. I hope you learned when you were there, you know, and as you're moving. That's all. It won't. That ain't nothing to do with that with nationality. It got nothing to do with that. Somebody talked on the screen about something about Chief said something. 1946, some crap.
No, this is we know it's public, so we got this is Nepata.
Oh, that guy again.
Nepata, you know.
What you got, man?
He said he's basically talking about the root of Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle's authority go back to 1546.
Man, whatever, man. I ain't got time to deal with that guy, man. He lost in illusion, man. He lost, man. I mean, I wish him the best. Listen, I'm gonna set the record straight right now, okay? All right, you ready?
I'm here. I'm
Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle. Okay. Already on the ship. He already said he's on the ship. So whatever you say, bro, or whoever say, he already know he on the ship. I done sent him documentation, so he know he on the ship. He already agreed to the ship. All right. So certain people ain't gonna call their name today. I already know that he on the ship. And was supposed to told y'all to get your asses on the ship. But y'all done missed the damn ship. So we ain't got time to keep hearing your disrupt because you can't prove or do anything to free your master, whatever you're trying to claim to do, and then hustle the name and the property, for yourself and your own profit. All that stuff got coming for the courts. I ain't got time to deal with you. The cheap black Thunder Eagles property of the government. So whenever the government get around to go pick their property up, we're gonna do what we got to do. Ain't none of your damn business. But that's property of the government, and I done put a public notice out for all of you that's property of the government. So now that imperial motu proprio proves beyond a shadow of doubt what I told y'all back in November, October about the property, and y'all thought, oh, you ain't see property. All right, so I just gave it to you. All right, so the motu proprio show you where he was on the state, how he got docked, and show you every damn thing. Okay, so the bullshit, you can if you infatuated with yourself, brother, whatever. It don't mean nothing. What you say don't mean nothing. I gave you opportunity last year to come straight. You missed that. I don't look backward, bro. I'm done with you. If you want to keep playing, I send your ass to hell like the rest of them. But I ain't got time to play. We got a ship to move. And it ain't got time to go back and forth, this and that. That shit don't mean nothing to me. That's something got to deal with you. I'm moving the state. He's property of the state, and that's it. Until that comes to take care of that, that's when we handle it. Until then, we got to move the damn state. Okay?
That's a fact.
We're done with you.
I mean, that's an actual fact, and I mean, the motivation from anybody that's claiming to be representing the chief should be him getting out, and everything could be cleared up with him stepping out and clearing it up himself.
That's my whole point. I ain't got time to deal with it. I'm gonna let you. Listen. Everything, like I say, everything with this brother, okay, everything from 19 June 2003 is property of the Yamasee Native American government. Via Mount African Embassy, period. All right. Now that's property of the CNYE because the seat never got systematized. And I captured the whole seat and the government, and now it's riding on the Republic. So all of that's property of the state. And it will be brought to the court because of certain things that got done when the state was sitting for 10 years that's got to be settled for the record. Because you got a state. No joke. So whatever you done did, however you done did it, I wish you the best. If death catch you before you get your ass to court, it ain't gonna help you because you still got to see me at the gates of hell. Because I stand there. So you either gonna get rid of it now or die. You're gonna make double. But I'm coming here with a light to set the record straight, and I ain't here playing, bro. So whatever you want to come up with and challenge or whatever you desire, you just cursing your own damn self. I done told you where I come from, and I got the master and light beings working with me right now. So it's nothing to brag or anything. Just the question you keep coming is like you're antagonizing. Like you got
It's like agent provocateurs. It's really to get in the way and stop things from moving.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? You don't exist. They keep bringing this unnecessary chatter up instead of understanding how to run a sovereign state and cut this bullshit out. For real. So let's go. Who else we got?
Well, somebody was asked about copyright refers to the legal right of the owner of intellectual property. In simpler terms, copyright. But there's a difference between copyright and copy claim.
Yeah, of course it is. And you got to realize,
what's the difference?
These dictionaries about copyright, whatever. Even to get a copyright claim, you got to file in the right district court. Okay, there's a certain court you got to file a copyright. Okay, in the violation. Okay. There's a certain court. I ain't even give it to you, but it's a certain court. So you got a lot of people run out and try to file a copyright claim, this and that, in different jurisdictions, get kicked out because they ain't in the right court. All right. So when you start talking about copy claim, all right, copy claim, you got to be a true sovereign copy claim. Only a true sovereign copy claim. David copy claim because he was in quantum now. Quantum science, tech language, quantum. So the flag is, he copy claimed the flag. They have already Title 40 copyrighted, but they didn't have authority. Remember, their democracy. He left it blank. June 1999 when the Supreme Court ruled that you didn't have no constitutional authority in the court. David came in and copy claimed the whole damn flag. They didn't know it could be done until he did it because of language. Because they had it in verb. It's a noun. So that's why he told us when we came through, he gave us opportunity to create our own language. That's why you look at my claim of life. They ain't nothing like David's. That David gave us opportunity. He was my witness in the court case in district court. So he gave us authority to write our own format in quantum, like we did. There ain't nobody else got it what we got. Everybody else got the 50-star flag on top of their paperwork. We got our own damn flags on our paperwork because we own the state. So he didn't, like he said, you ain't got to wait 500 years to come back and copy claim. You do it at the beginning. That way you ain't got to work 500 years down the road. Somebody come in behind you like they did and copy claim it because they left that window open.
Because you left it open. That's right.
He left that window. He came in and closed the window. They didn't know it exists. See, so that's why he said y'all copy claimed in the beginning. You done with it. You know what I'm saying? That's what we did. I told you I even copy claimed the United Nations flag.
If
we ain't got it yet. Come on.
Those who don't know, David Wynn Miller is he's basically the author. He cracked the code on the quantum language.
No, he wrote a mathematics. It's the quantum math. You got to be able to read it left and right. You can read it left and right.
Language, that's right.
It was all cap when he done it. You notice now Russ and them got an uppercase, lowercase. Now I understand how they did it though. You know, just got to know language. So it didn't take me long to catch on when I went, you know, to see what the updated version is out there. And that was part of David doing it that way because the Rothschild came and shut him down. Rothschild and Queen, all them shut him down. Post office, everybody shut him down.
Yeah.
The way they got the silver and gold, they got verb on the money. They got United States of America on, that's a verb. If they got the Queen's head on it, that's the verb. That's the verb. That's what and David said. He taught them in language that's a verb. That got to be a noun. So the whole thing he didn't get set up with a unit with a court. Okay, you had to become a United States citizen. That's part of that was part of that banner. And at the same time, Russ and them was over there doing to get the money situated with them accepting over $200,000 of silver. You got your own venue, and they'll hold it for you, give you the amount 13 months, because they ain't no real money. Okay,
that's right.
They were doing that, and at the same time, they didn't know David was then got picked up and brought to all these houses, you know, because they want to know. And see, because they remember they want to know. You got a claim you can put on someone and they can retire and then they can come back and claim your wealth for 99 damn years. Of course, all them damn judges start looking at that. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Then you had a couple cats get themselves out of the federal jail, and that's when they came and shut it down. You ain't seen it since. They ain't took it out of the damn database. What you got? You laughing?
No, I know, and it's serious. No, because of the intimidation of the quantum language on the system, because the system is dealing with verbs,
right?
And it's supposed to be nouns,
right? If you're in quantum world with the universe,
that's right.
So that's why under my sovereign powers, we got authority under the Supreme White Supreme Small S Court to establish a quantum court. You ain't hear me, D. I don't leave that one alone.
So to establish a quantum court, so everything that go through there have to be quantum syntax.
That's why I told you that you want to run that language. I got for you. I got a whole court, but this time it's set up properly. Court first. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the money. Now you got the state. See, that's why I told you. I told Zarkor, Chief Zarkor, of the United Watch started doing the money back in the day. I said, David don't need you. You don't need David. David needs you. He didn't understand me. I said, no, he got to dock a court. He need to dock the court. Y'all trying to use him to get some status. That all that crap down in Fayetteville going on with them cats. That unity crap. That's where that came from. That David Wynn Miller shit. I've been sitting in the backyard just watching everything. Like this girl down in Charlotte. Watch the whole. People like, I know the whole school. That's why I said for her to even attempt to come at me like this. Like, are you serious, Nancy?
I'm not even gonna lie. Everybody that I've come across, in my journey, studied affirmation, going through, growing in this. Everybody that I know that was doing something you knew about, it gave me a backstory. Everybody, I was like, God damn, this dude, he got everybody. He got everybody.
I was the best kept secret.
Thank you, Inner Beauty, for that post for David Wynn Miller. Search YouTube quantum syntax grammar.
Yeah,
I'm gonna post it up here now. Because I type too damn slow.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. Search YouTube for quantum syntax grammar or parse syntax grammar. Because when I read David Wynn Miller, when you first mentioned it, one of the bills when we came on a show earlier on in the year last year actually. And as soon as you mentioned it, I immediately Google and was looking at videos like the next day, hours and hours.
You gotta be careful though. You get hooked. See, that's why I say where you gonna dock it at. So you ain't gotta
Exactly.
dock it.
I'm
so,
hit.
So now you gotta, as we moving the ship in the court system, we have a docket. We can dock it now, and then we're gonna go through that school.
Well, I just was looking at it from the.
You want to go play with it and learn? That's cool, but I tell you, you can't.
When you first introduced it, it was foreign. So when I looked it up, and now I'm thinking of coming under Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle, and the idea, the spell of the language.
But David told us that they came to him to get for that case.
And, that's a whole nother.
And they shacked him with the money. As if he's supposed to did it free. Is it because he was Caucasian or whatever? That's the craziest thing I ever heard. But David had that going to do the whole case.
That's sad. I'm sad. That's sad to hear that. I was looking at it from the point of view of where we were taught about the spell of Leviathan and the spell on the language and the idea that this quantum syntax, it shows even more deeply how the spell is on our minds. Even more deeply.
That's why you seen a moon them go crazy. Serious.
Yeah.
I mean, just they got so hooked into this man. It's like a drug.
I can see that. They
didn't have nowhere to dock it at though. That's why I was like, where you gonna dock it at?
Like everything else. Like you get these people and exhaust your remedies, get them in default, and got this $999 billion. Where you gonna put it? What judge gonna sign off on it? None of them.
It look good, and people, the hustle people to come in, the hustle people to come and give you the money for paperwork. That stuff never works. I mean, they got little cash outs they do, they got little bond, little stuff. I mean, like I tell people all the time,
there's stuff to play around with, like you said, honey buns and cell phones.
The main thing, cell phone book, that's 1-3%, man. Come on. You got 100% in your own state. They playing 1-3%, and look at all the paperwork they got to do. Threaten the judges, all that. That ain't how you run a state. You stay in your lane, they stay in their lane. They know you. They can never go outside of normal Moroccan American.
Mm-hmm.
They can never call you black. They can never call you out. They can never go outside who you are. That's the beauty of it.
By law.
And you got your own court. And you're going to have your own place that we moving down, your own ID, all that stuff out there on the market. You can see it all get shut down. Especially after this nut and did what she just did. That's a warning. That's a warning to all her followers. Y'all following a fool. That's some damn cult. That's like that damn cult. Y'all think this girl's an empress. Whatever she claimed to be. Well, she just got cursed to hell for 26,000 years. Her spirit and her damn soul. That's how bad I am. So come tell her to see what damn sovereign authority she got to break my damn curse.
University.
And I'm like you said, it's why I said my voice. They ain't never seen this like, and I did it live. And I know, I can do it live. So I'm gonna put it on paper tomorrow, but I'm doing it live. You never cross someone like me to give me that type of energy. You gonna try to come and habitate my damn property with my seal and my copyright on it to the state, and you trying to use it on a fraudulent incident to collect money, to cuss the people to pay you to be quiet about it so you can get paid behind the scenes. So because I know you can't collect nothing. You out of the system. That's why they put it out there. You out of the system. You shut down. So you gotta hustle these niggas to pay you. You ain't got nowhere else to go. You can't feed yourself. You can't even get welfare. So you gotta hustle these niggas. So go tell them the truth since you want to come real, trying to step on my seat and try to attach yourself to the CNYE. I'll bury you 10 times over.
Love, so
she crossed the line and you don't know, man. I get it. I never heard about it for years. Now you gonna come at me and you don't know me? You only know me back in the day, and you gonna come at me like this, and you gonna try to attach yourself like you some royal sovereign, and you able to write some imperial because you watching what I do, and now you got my shield, you got a crown that belong to us, and then you dumbass, you got the hieroglyphs got my name, my acronym on my seal, crown. That's completely copyrighted, violate everything. I mean,
trespass.
Man.
trespass on common law. What is it? Copyright property, copy claim
Claim
property,
property and
copy claim
copyright
property.
property
That's right.
and
That's right.
trademark property.
And trademark infringement.
And Joe, I
Absolutely.
told you that's all backed in a security agreement. So
know.
whatever way
know.
she want to roll, bro, she should have thought about his ass whipping before she opened up. So she don't know
Sheesh.
what kind of ass whip. I don't give a damn who on her team, whoever how smart they think it is. They don't know a damn thing about how to run a sovereign state. She violated all. That's treason.
It is.
That's treason against your constitution.
It
So
is.
she's facing death already against a sovereign state that's emerging. Oh man, please, she's stupid. I bet you she won't sleep good after this.
Can I ask a question about the 100 million in gold for Al-Iraq? Where did it come from, and why was it given to the this created company of the Benjamin Franklin?
It was to fight the Revolutionary War. So when they created that, remember right after they established the postal court, they said they shut it down because the war started. Because they had to get the war funded. So the 100 million in gold was to get the war funded. That's why you see it on our paperwork. American Continental Army, Navy, and Marine. They is funded from the gold to this day. So when you go back and look at the Civil Order, and he goes back to the Legal Code for Abraham Lincoln, because that goes back to where? To George, which goes back to where? The gold. All that's on the military, all the military, that whole military ring, that military complex, whatever, that the backing is that gold, and they can't use it. It's Constitution. They can't use it. You got authority over that gold now. That is, and it's docked at the head. It's not docked in Kentucky or New York. It's docked at the head. That became property of the United Nations when they got the charter. So when David went in, okay, here we go. You ready?
Ready.
When they recommissioned the 48 star flag, David went in August doing copy claiming like he did the 50 star flag, and he went in and copy claiming. He said by the time he filed his paperwork that morning, got him something to eat, went back to the hotel, sat down to eat. He said they were knocking on his door already, telling him that neither him, no Indian, no black, no African American, none of that, only the THE more can claim that flag. That flag got a debt that's owed by the United States, and until the United States pay that debt, they're not accepted into the international arena. That's why they're not in international court to this day, because they got a debt to pay to the Moors. All right, so now that debt that's under my venue now, because of that. I told you when they don't fall asleep on me now. You dozing over there.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
So when they recommissioned the flag, that's because of the gold is on it. So David because David tried to copy claim it. So they let them know that only the two more can come and claim that flag, because the gold is attached to that flag. And that's what I did. I'm the true more. That's what I put a set trillion, 999 trillion sovereign gold bond / space surety. Where did surety come back? Full faith and credit from who? The sovereign emperor. Now all of them got it. So right after that, that's when that bank came out in Japan talking about it's high time. I think March. You can go back and check. I think March 2020, when that bank came out and said it's high time to go to a gold-backed currency, because the dollar wasn't going to exist. Because that's what I just sent them. Because I got gold-backed currency. Now I'm able to merge and print my own sovereign currency. Our currency is called nominal sovereign. That's our currency.
Nominal sovereign.
Get ready to print. That's our currency. That's why we printing.
You just explained so much that was going on behind the scenes in the political and economic system throughout the years. When you had Russia, you had Saudi Arabia, you had China in tug of war with the United States about getting rid of the dollar and putting up the gold as a standard. And then you had the United States constantly giving them more and more and more to stay at bay.
Blank money.
But no venue.
And y'all let them.
But it makes sense what was happening.
They sat around, let them cats create 23 trillion in debt, and they ain't got nowhere.
It gives every citizen.
Now y'all
Every citizen got to pay like 100
now
million. Or
we
something.
as we emerging, we can be nice and we can I can sign a damn bill and pay all that debt off if we want to be nice. Because I got the sovereign authority to clean the whole debt if we want to be nice. But we can't be nice the way the system is set up. So when they change the system for the people, their citizens, well then we don't mind paying the debt off so you can give a fresh start. You got that much authority on that full pay credit. You got 100 million in gold that got equity on it for 1776, bro. That's unlimited. You can't get enough zeros off that. Why you think King Mohammed or Morocco be getting all that attention since last December when Trump left the year before he left, that December 24th when they signed it? Why? Because what he do? He made him what? He made him the chief commander.
Not commander-in-chief.
Not commander-in-chief. Chief commander was made. That's the sovereign side of the contract. Chief commander is the president of the United States. Let me say the commander-in-chief, president of the United States.
Yeah.
Chief commander is the vizier chair or the other side of the contract. So he made King Mohammed the chief commander. He already a sovereign over his own country. Now he's the chief commander over that portion of the vizier chair that the United States president can't speak on no more. So now it's directly between us, the Republic, the Imperial Chancellor, and Morocco to work out between that.
Working kinks about the contract.
I got authority to use that flag off that flag, the green flag and the gold. So any of these cats, all this Friday flying the flag or they claim, oh no. That's because Morocco can't step into another state.
Well, they spoil you throughout all the years.
Yeah, but then what it is? There's no law, no excuse.
That's what they got in the courtroom when you walk in there.
There's no law, no excuse. And for them being out there doing what they're doing, they're supposed to sit right good with them. They think they're so damn smart. So, they say it all the time, they paperwork, not realize they're in violation of their damn self. Because you trying to fly a foreign flag and you claiming you're a part of them, you ain't got no venue to fly. Now you try to create a venue, you're trying to force a venue, but that flag already got its own venue. So if you're not attached under that venue of the flag, you can't go force anything because the whole world know where the venue is on that flag. And King Mohammed of Morocco got jurisdiction over that flag. And now we got jurisdiction sharing it. So Mohammed and them ain't gonna come over here and straighten this mess out. I got jurisdiction over that flag. Now we got a court. Now we straighten that mess out. That's just for the record.
That's a fact.
So now then you're gonna find the bar association gonna be so happy they still exist because they want the niggas all spewing the damn way. They ain't nothing but the peasants creating fraudulent paperwork, slowing the process. They ain't nobody getting paid, just bragging. Them niggas still milking each other on work they do and all that crap. And they ain't creating no venue. Y'all, you getting ready to print you getting ready to write whatever to move your state. And you're gonna see what I'm saying. And you're gonna see the difference. And you have your own state authority to create whatever you need. To create whatever. All of you millionaires, you creditors. Come on, what you got?
He's charging for info. Yeah, they just clogging the pipeline. That's what they're doing. They're just clogging the pipeline.
Yeah. Somebody's
asking before about real estate.
What about real estate?
So can Emperor give me any good ideas on how to buy real estate for cheap?
Ain't in that market.
These dudes is on
I'm not on that market. I got my own state. That's something you got to deal with on that side. And
that's on the other side, y'all.
Understand their realtor laws and all that paperwork, that crap they got you.
Yeah. That's on the other side. Listen, man, I need everybody in here, man. I appreciate y'all for being here. 84 people. Everybody in here, share this with at least 3 people. Make sure y'all share this. That's how
where are these people at? They come out talking all this noise. I step on the scene for 100 days, come back, they scared.
We got the suicide bombers, but I kind of like curb that because I ain't want too much of that distraction because you got people that's really trying to learn.
Man, I'm the dweller. I'm a dweller, bro.
I know you can handle it.
Them cats, they let them come and get that little fire they think they got. I can blow it out. I can step all of it.
I know.
Just don't come step on my damn property. Now you got a fire lit that you don't know, so I don't mind dealing with nobody. You know me. I'm down with everybody. I'm a brother. I'm your brother, but you gonna cross me. Now you open up a can of worms that you ain't ready for. And then you gonna pray for it, gonna come take this fire off your ass that I'm gonna send to you because I stand at the damn gate. So that's what I'm saying, you dead on arrival. So whatever you trying to press your people out there, you some imperial or emperors or whatever, you gotta get. You gonna burn for 26,000 years. I burn it out of you, dumbass. Like you want to be minty. Come on, please.
Anybody
That's
got
what
any
I
questions? Y'all come
Yo,
on
man,
through.
she need to go. She need to go. She need to go to the hospital. That crackhead. That's a former crackhead, bro.
Anybody from the sisters, the sister Emperor, call us Ninti Bay, anybody's organization that any questions, anything, because the Emperor's right here. This is first of all, I need y'all to understand that these time frames with the Emperor making these public announcements and coming out, they're going to be far and in between once the the state get going. Okay, he's actually stepping down and to interact and engage with us on this wavelength. So that's what be the IC. The IC would be interactive and even public. Somebody sent from the IC
Oh no, you got a press
to
secretary now, so
represent
they
public
can't.
speaking.
They
Press
got to deal
secretary.
with just the press secretary. They can't just talk to the IC. They got to
That's
deal
what
with
I'm
press
saying.
secretary, and then from that they got to notify the office, the management, and then they ain't gonna just talk to the IC. They like I said,
That's what
I
I'm
come down to your
saying.
brother, like the crown prince, and dance and fight with you and whatever. But like you said, near future, I ain't got
Near
that
future,
no more.
these videos are gonna be priceless, right? It's gonna be like
You got a real starving walking, y'all playing games. Just like Enoch, just like in the book of Enoch, you ain't gonna see it coming. Come like a thief in the
You
night.
ain't gonna see it coming. Be like, you know what I'm saying? He was not. He went and walked and talked with God. That's how it happened. And so y'all have the opportunity to get this information from a master, and it's just that real, beloved. How we get your assistance. I'm gonna repost the website again, because everything is on the website. You dig? The videos, the documents. There's so much information.
Look what we done in the last 100 days. What we doing? We had 2 videos a day. That's 200 videos. We started at 100 days. So they got plenty. I mean, that explained. We went over. I mean, you talking about questions asking. Now we went through them things deep. And so
See,
the
but
thing
that's
is,
private
on
though.
this call like now, it's like normal to stand up that stepped on the ship when we first emerged,
Yes.
had their little doubts, had their misunderstanding, had their revelations, had their reserves, and wherever they came from, whatever they've been heard, and you stepping on the scene, got all this, so we came in so heavy, so we had to sell the ship out, balance the ship out, because we knew we had something that got on that wasn't supposed to be on, so as that ship went and we started our own 100 days, and for a lot of people, that first time they ever did something, and then to do it as a unit, and then after 100 days ended, you see the progress. And now you're ready to take that authority that you desire when you first stepped on the scene. Now you're ready. Now you're ready to receive it, but you had to groom yourself. Some of you groom faster than the other ones, but you're still grooming and you're developing because you coming from a system. So 100 days is just a first test. You know what I'm saying? For those who stayed on it completely,
Right.
So then we had certain latecomers coming in, the paperwork. So we started a new one. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm going through this myself with everybody because, I had to step off in the 15th, that anger, the right to moto proprio, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm back. Now I'm on it with everybody else. You feel me? So now as we merging, y'all get ready to see, y'all receiving the authority to move your state. And that's training you got to go through. So those who didn't get on the ship, I mean, we wish you the best until we ready to open doors again. So that's why I say we'll set up a reserve tank or something. Y'all recreate for those who just found out about it and really know. I mean, we got that, and we as the normal nationals gather there and how they run it. I mean, it's their ship. I got to move.
We be the ones. We be the ones orchestrating and handling it.
I mean, when we come across my desk, it's just a seal. Everything else is done. And the main thing is that we made sure you can read, and understand. So if you can't, that's why if you're going to be dropped in a tank or whatever to study and we help you assist you, well, some of that assistance you doing through, different exercise, speed reading, whatever, to help you read. So you got to read. You got to know how to read, not just, you got to know how to read. A lot of people just stop reading, stop learning.
It's true.
That's caught in the system, belief. And now they realize belief ain't nothing because you got 5 immortal 5 beings living and being living, and now they free. And so you better know now, like Chief said a while ago, that Christian spell for belief is over. They said you gotta know, and everybody took that for granted. Remember? And now now it's like for real. You gotta know because
you gotta know. That's a fact.
Immortal 5 beings that can see right through you. So if you think you're gonna lie to them, bring it.
And you said a mouthful because I literally spoke to a brother, and he basically said, he dropped off because he was intimidated by the readings because of how intense it was, the regular. And I'm like, bro, that was the wrong route to drop off when you could have just asked questions and got assistance, because brothers and sisters is here to help. But yeah, it's deep.
Well, you got to Now, my brother, I trust more than anything when I tell you how I'm at now.
Yeah.
When I first gave him a copy of the Constitution, I mean, I was so hyped to get his read, A couple years went by. You ready, Constitution? You know what I'm saying? Now it's official on the record. You ready? He looked at me and said, no. I said, what's up, dog? He's like, well, he said, I can't even get past the first page. He had over 2.5 years. He said, I can't get past the first page. He
said 2.5 years.
Can't he get past the first page? He said, so tell those that's on the team that have got past the first page, he said, I wish them all the best. He said, but there's so much energy in the first page, just the crown. They carry him to so many levels. He know what comes after that is unheard of. So because he come from a sovereign. And however, like he said, however it's written, he come from your pen. So he couldn't get past the first page 2.5 years. That was so to let you know what the brother said.
That's heavy. That's heavy.
So and now I'm getting better because I got some masters around me now that get me better. So the light get ready to shine real light now.
Jeez. I ain't heard nothing like that when there was a young brother who I didn't know he didn't know how to read. I remember he used to ask me for scrolls back in the days. And the first I had a whole bag of scrolls. And I said, well, whatever one you want to start with. And the first one he gonna pick is Man for Playing the Risk. And I'm like, bro. And he had it for like 3 weeks. And I went back and checked on. I said, so where you at? He was on page 2. I'm like, what are you doing on page? Bro, he said, but it touched my heart though. He was like, bro, he said, every word that I don't understand, I go and look it up. And then I reread it from the beginning to make sure I understand it. He said, this information is so important that I don't want to bypass it without understanding what I'm reading. And that really touched me. And then I learned that he was like in a GED class and he really couldn't read like that. But he was teaching himself with the Man from Playing the Risk book. And I basically let him.
You got to create that glossary.
Yeah.
That's why, we studying, I said, we're reading on class. I said, well, you got to become a teacher.
That's right.
Because if you keep reading over the words and you don't fully understand the word, you're not getting the meaning of
grasping the information. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you read over Westfield Sovereignty 50 times, you don't know what it means. Then when you finally get a definition of it, you're like, well, damn. So that's what we inherit. That's what is our authority. Yes. That's right. That can give you more of that foundation that's under your constitution that you got authority to move your ship.
That's real.
I would say
with levels and levels. And when you talk about a ship is like a building on water.
That's right.
It's a building on water.
That's why you heard Obama through his tender. He said the cruise, the United States cruise ship, not a speedboat. And then another one he speaks, he said it was damn aircraft carrier. And then when that Hannity boy came out and said, see, he's talking, then he just goes all off in left field, talking about some aircraft carrier. I said, well, he ain't talking to you, fool. He's talking to me.
He's giving a message.
I knew he got an aircraft carrier. And then he came back and told me what he say? What he said was ocean liner. That's why you see it in there. I said aircraft carrier, cruise ship, ocean liner. That's why I got him. And we got 3 crowns. So I was like, each one of them represent a different ship.
A different ship. That's right. Yeah, that's official.
Letting you know he know things you didn't know, didn't
he? He's the master of that Constitution. He got the secrets from being the president in that office.
That's right.
So he know exactly what's going on.
That's why he did things like he did.
Jeez.
So now you understand why Morocco came over to check on the treaty, right? Because of me. Because they were foreign national owned country. So they had to come over to check, make sure everything was straight. People trying to talk they came over to represent this and that, this and that, the Moors, all that. No, they didn't. They been on you. They ain't gave you no contract. They came away because the foreign national owned country was inside the treaty law now. So they had to come in and talk to the United States to make sure that contract was valid. They said everything cool. Because we so small, we ain't raising no hell. So all that shit is in proper in American states, the normal Moroccan, well now non-Moroccan back then when Omat came national, is fine and good. You feel me? That we ain't raising no hell. That's why they came over. That was the only reason why they came over. You ain't seen them come over since, right?
That's right. That's right. What does how does Trump tie in?
Oh, that guy, he got the when I sent 17, when I did first Imperial Steamer Decree Declaration, that was Friday 13th, 2017. So the inauguration was on the 20th January. So that was Friday 13th January. So that's the day I signed it in. So then I got it in the mail, and the Federal Express mailed overnight to him, so that he can have it before the inauguration. So they said he'd get it on the day of inauguration at 9 in the morning, before 9. And so he would have had it before the inauguration, and they sent it to Miami, Florida. And it didn't arrive back in D.C. to Monday when Trump was already took over office. So he got it right out. He got the first leg of the declaration when he came out of his speech talking about we're gonna write a new decree. People didn't see it. Presidents don't write no damn decree; they write orders. So who want authority on the land that got authority to write a decree? You're talking to me. But in his process of the contract that Obama then was trying to hide, because remember he got signed under Bush. So then the Democrats got it. So then when Trump got it, he talked loose lips ain't shit. He told every damn body. That's when you see all them senators, all of them, just stood up with him because they didn't have nothing. So he had to try to establish that King Black Coat boy. What's his name? What's that boy name? King. What's his name? King. What's his name?
Wait,
and the Black Codes. King. What's his name?
King Arthur.
King Arthur Codes. King Arthur Codes.
Leopold? No, not Leopold.
No, King Arthur Codes. All the Black Codes. All the Christian Codes. Now, but the
Christian
original
Code.
King Arthur Codes. He tried to get the authority from King Arthur Codes to become a damn king, and he almost pulled that shit off. And this January 6th committee, if y'all ain't paying any time attention to it, you see how close he really got to pulling that off.
What you talking about with the storming of the
That was
the Capitol?
That was a coup d'etat for them to sit as a king, because he knew the United States was done. They found out about they had a sovereign state. So him talking to Putnam, when they Putnam.
Yeah. That all this stuff happened now. All this stuff happened.
When he was talking to him behind the scenes, they were saying they didn't let no interpreters in. All they said everybody raising hell because he's part of the government. Everything's supposed to be docket. That was the contract. The brother was telling him that the United States had established their own another state within the United States. Could be on record. That's why you knew they were talking about that. And you see them come out of that, and after that, he came gun-ho trying to become the king because the Russia told him the United States done did what he told nobody else could do. See, the whole point was that when they signed that charter, they wanted no more states.
Shut everybody out.
And then you turn around as the world power and you create a state within a state, and you told everybody else they couldn't do it. Next thing you know, you seen that boy Russia rig whatever election so he can keep it president. Next thing you know, you seen China come in and say their president had a life term. Why? Because the United States have already did it. Now they can do it, and everybody missed that.
That's right. And so,
right over your head.
Nah, that's
I'm
crazy.
going to go black out for a second. Come on.
Yeah. Woo. So he was trying to become. Yeah, absolutely. Because I need people to know that there's a method to his madness on what he was trying to do and what was going on and how it connect to you and your status.
Oh, I've been behind the scene. I'm the reason why they even started the COVID crap. That was people don't really know. They started that mission in 2004. That was the Pentagon mission that we learned over the years that they created this what they call elimination of the God gene. All right, elimination of the God gene. All right, so they started that mission then. Then when we came out with the Constitution in court, and they accepted my delegation authority, they activated it. And what they say after they activated 212 around November end of that year. Look when I went into court. Right after they activated, what they said it takes 7 years, didn't it? What's 7 years plus 212? 219, didn't it?
219.
I sent the executive director out to Nance and everybody in September, and they received it on the 15th, 16th, and 17th, brother. And that's when she came out saying it was a constitutional crisis. All right. And now she said it was a constitutional crisis. Okay. She never came back. And it's established to give everybody understanding what exactly the constitutional crisis was. Because you had authority to go back to the 4. And right after that, COVID started that October, didn't it? November. That's when it started.
Yeah.
It went into motion. That whole thing was to kill the God gene. Why? Because I became a sovereign prince. I activated the God gene. That's in 204 when I did a claim of life. And unbeknown to me at the time, I ain't give a damn about when the Constitution was signed. So you showing you how the elders was guiding me because I did a claim of life on 4 March 1789. I'm fighting a post office case. Anybody thinking about when George Washington signed no damn Constitution? It's just showing you doing that, how we going through the class and everything, and ready to sign that document during that time. And that's the day we signed on. We didn't give a damn about the other stuff. We fight the court case. Then you found out 10, 15 years later that damn. So you got your claim of life when they raised you, and you became a sovereign prince on that day. That retroact all the way back to when they raised you. So you on both of them. You got a capital U and a small U. That makes sense?
Absolutely. It's very important that people understand, like when the Emperor's talking about raising the U, he's talking about within the word of the United
States. Yeah, where the capital U,
United States,
Constitution.
Capital and lowercase. Yeah. It's important because, again, going back to our teachings, talk about like a lot of times when we pay attention to words and the etymology of the languages, people say, oh, you playing word games and word syntaxes. They don't understand how important these words are and the grammar and the capitalization and how it affects your standing, how you perceived in the world. Like they really dumbed us down of like brainless, mindless drones.
Well, you got to realize you accept yourself as a fiction. And so the live being signed the contract as a fiction. Not a fiction to try to make a contract that's dead live. You can't. You sign the contract as a fiction. You trying to make a fiction contract live and you can't. It's impossible. It's made for a fiction. So the live being can't make a fiction contract live. Live being got to have a venue to drop that contract under to collect off of. You can't make it live within a fiction contract. That's how the Queen set the whole system up for her to collect, not you.
Wow.
So all that crap out there they sell in them wasted, smoke screen.
It's the commercial. It's just commercial for a capitalistic system that's rooted in a corporate government because the government is a corporation.
Okay, I'm calling. I don't care. Let's say this brother up there in Philly, call himself Grand Shake or whatever, right? All right, that name he carry around, Taj, whatever, right? Taj boy, I call him. All right, now he been running that name since '82. All right. That damn name ain't got no venue yet. Okay, so he's still calling that name, right? If people calling all this name right there on the market, right? He ain't got no venue for that damn name yet. So what's his real damn name? What's his slave name? Because he ain't got no venue on that damn name. So even though he out there on the market saying he did, everybody know him as this fiction name. Where the venue at for that damn name? That nigga been around since '82.
Damn. Crack
ain't got no damn venue yet. And you trying to force the Constitution. You ain't got no venue on that name yet. None. So where the venue at? So what's his slave name? Because he's a fraud, he's an imposter. Tell him to go get a venue for that name. He ain't got no venue. He been around all them, you ain't got nothing for that name. All these cats out there claiming they got these noble names. Where the venue at? They can't dock it nowhere. That's why I say they imposters. That's what they call dirty Moors.
Yeah, it makes them filthy, especially when they have the opportunity from interacting and engaging with you. They have an opportunity to clean up their act and set everything right, and don't take it. So
that's why I said I got that gates of hell and it's open. They plenty of them lining up for the gates of hell. They call you color, got a little brown on you, don't make no difference to me. I stand at the gates. I don't prove that. I don't open up the gates of hell. So it ain't no problem. I ain't got no problem with them. They listen. Ain't nothing they came and brought can exist after the light we coming with. Because it's all fiction, it's all fraud. You coming to the age of Aquarius. That stuff ain't got no being do nothing. He give you some knowledge to make you feel good, like you some more. You got some status on something. No, you ain't got no status on nothing. Everything you do, you use the queen, everything to do everything with. So now you got to move your ship because you got authority to step outside that venue to move your damn ship. And I opened the door so that we can all come together, brothers. I got 3 crowns, but everybody want, man, I got no thought of everybody. You just can't come get my damn seat. You feel me?
That's right.
You ain't got no thought to do nothing outside the venue we got. Because you can't get outside the queen. I've been outside the queen. You can't get outside the Pope. I've been outside the Pope. Now you don't. You on the world scene. You talking. You moving.
We talking and moving.
Yo, we got a whole movie. We got a whole movie we producing. And this ain't something that's on the street level, brother. This is something that's at the bar car level of Georgia. All right. And one of our cases with the post office case, the attorney in the case, we left the cases over because they were tripping because every time I went in court, anything with that lottery, I had the attorney general came. So that scared the hell out of judges because you think they've been investigated. So they want to know why this guy, everything he come in, he got a damn attorney general coming in.
You said that, the attorney general. Every time you went to
one of the attorneys that represent the lottery thing, they were representing the corporation that we decided to settle on with the trust. In that conversation, on that one of the cases, she left the court. We left. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She walking. We looking at each other like, where you going? Normally, they go their separate ways and stuff, right? So we got in the car, the parking deck, right at this certain area. She stopped, asked me who I was, and I said, I'm Khufu Red News Z Sound from there, foreign national own country. She said, now I can talk to you. I said, now you can talk to him? She said, yeah, now I can talk to you. She said, we want to know, exactly who you is and what's going on because you're famous. You have your own state. You famous. She's like, she told me what happened with the attorney general office and calling her Monday morning. The case was Wednesday. So she called it Monday morning and said 6 o'clock in the morning, waking her up. And she said, I'm one of them women. I ain't got my coffee for thing money. You don't want to talk to me. So she called her before she had her coffee. So, and she said the only thing she was talking about was you. And she talked about you at around 10 o'clock, 10, 11 o'clock. Took my whole morning. And nothing she said would have stopped the transaction between me and the attorney, that firm and the lottery. Nothing she said would stop the transaction. But what she said, you got a defamation character. So they done call you every name on the book. Tell me straight up. She said, if you've been a fly on the wall, you got a defamation character. How much they hate you for what you've done. All right. So behind the scenes, furious. So, in her thing, she wanted to find out, and, was it true what's going on after that phone call? So between Dad and the court Wednesday, and their firm, I think they had a Supreme Court judge, Superior Court judge, State Court judge, Magistrate judge. So when she got to the state judge, she said he kind of said well, he can't speak on it. When she got to the Superior Court judge, he said, yeah, he's just the best kept secret. He has his own state. So when she got to the Supreme Court judge, she said, oh yeah, he got his own state. He's the best kept secret. She's like, so she looked at my brother Min and said, he's famous.
They know him.
He has his own state, and it's recognized all the way up to the highest authority.
They know.
And they know. So they've been knowing. But whole car of me filing in the court case, that's been a whole car for years because they try to hide the case. But now they got it. Now it's public record. And now they got a sovereign emperor who docked it. So you just can't go get no. That's why you see Georgia in a state of emergency. 30 days. Then they say 30 days. Check when Georgia received the multi proprio and see when they went on state of emergency. If I'm not mistaken, it was the next day.
Yeah, that's crazy. Matter of fact, You know,
They know for
was
the first time in their history since 1734 that a Nubian owned Georgia. A non-Muslim Moroccan American officially owned Georgia with that motu proprio. They can't go. That constitution don't carry them back to the Reconstruction. That your scenes with your sovereign of your nation, who you are, you go all the way back to their past their beginning. You go back there, say July the 4th, 1776, you attach it all the way back. That's under Union States Society of America. That's your property now. There wasn't no United States of America around there. 1776. That was the Continental Congress Union States Society of America. They call US of A. Small U.
That's right.
Right. Like that, don't you?
Absolutely. And, you know, unfortunately, they brought back I caught a whiff when you was talking about you made everything stand still once they recognized that you gotta solve that you have a sovereign state, right? But remember when you came on the show, right? That was a Friday. It was like a Thursday or Friday.
Never forget.
And Colin Powell was gone that Monday. And he was the one who signed off for the state, for the apostille one, for the state to get the recognition.
And it was the fact it was also the way he got took out too, because that judge down in Georgia got took out the same stuff he said he had, but he had complication with that COVID crap. But that same capital C, that was the same thing that judge in Georgia, Workman. So they you know they in violation of their contract.
Had to deal with this situation was being situated.
That's how they get. That's what happened.
Yeah.
So then I came out public on 28. Remember, we had a direct hit from the solar flare that night, and then they took him out that Monday, and I did Psalm 91 on. And I did Psalm 91 on my brother. You know, as soon as I found out, we did it on the call, and then I didn't feel comfortable with it, and then the next morning I rewrote it and read it again. Didn't feel comfortable with it, and then I wrote it again. And as I was walking outside to read it, I told you that there was an incident that I walked through there 100 times a day. You know what I'm saying? I would have seen that incident, all right? There was a half incident right there. So I said, oh, damn, I got an incident. So I went out and sat in the car and just, by myself and just lit the incident and, got into my breathing and read Psalm 91 again. And as soon as I finished the third time, I felt the spirit. I felt the presence. All right? And then I felt the presence. And I commanded that presence to go get my army together. And that incident went out, and you can see the smoke. As I said, go get my army together, you can see the smoke. And I said, boy, who am I going to get to believe this one? You know what I'm saying? So then, and then on the 28th, when I opened up the gates and told him to open up the gates, people just like, he works for me now. Now, it was a question mark. Who, how you got that authority? The dead, how the dead follow you? Well, we don't want to do all that. All right. It became proof on the 28th on that we did that open ritual, and I gave him command to open up the gates and told him to let a legion out, and then you find out 22 days later that the gates is open, and you did let a legion out. so that made he under your command. You gave him a command, and that's what happened. So that's outside a lot of people's zone because you're going to the spirit, covenant, all that, covenant, witch, warlock, all that crap. They still don't understand magic. You feel me?
We got people
like graveyard shit. That's why I put mine on. I put mine. Give me some coffee while I go now. Get that graveyard. All right. What else? What else we got? Who ain't no questions coming up? What they got?
I'm trying to see. Listen, it ain't even just me. I'm trying to see what's up with these niggas. Somebody said, "What does it require?" Oh shucks, I just got a cramp. Somebody said, "What does it require to move a state?"
What do you say?
What does it require? What's needed? What's required to move a state?
Well, I give this much information. With the judicial minister of states and their property, first is your court, your state, and your credit. Them are the three. That's what moves your state.
That's what moves your state.
Now, within that arena, how you structure your state, that's your business. And whatever you name your state, that's your business. But you have that full faith and credit to move your state. But these are the three avenues that moves a sovereign state. You got to have a court. Okay, in our case, we got an international court and a supreme small s court that's already got docket confirmation. They got. That's why I'm looking at these cats. They don't understand what's really going on. We got the most realest court of courts. For real. Well, I mean, mine is docket on 27/2012, District Court, Tennessee.
District Court in Tennessee.
When they accepted my delegation of authority under that Jusco Gin case that I filed against Georgia and the lottery. That was a Jusco Gin case, that international case, bro. That case ain't never closed. That's one that we wanted to meet with the attorney or journal. And in our meetings, we got into the conversation about that court case. And she said, yeah, we had that case closed. I said, you had what case closed? She said, the one up in Tennessee. I said, oh, I knew that was gonna happen. And she just started looking at me like, damn, he's comfortable with that. I said, oh, y'all work for the bar. I said, y'all all got that training from Scottsdale, Arizona. You know what I'm saying? She just looked at me like, he know. I said, we don't know this crap. And I said, so we already knew that. I said, but the point was, it wasn't the point of you trying to get a court discharge. The point was me establishing my own damn court, so now I can bring you to my court. And men was sitting across over here on the other side. She turned red as your shirt.
That's crazy.
And his eyes get this big. I'm like, what's wrong with you? She's like, yo, she completely turned red. Like, and then she looked at me and said, oh, so you know, so you gonna take us to court? I said, I ain't got time to play with y'all right now. I said, I got things appearing to me out of thin air. Remember that cross game? I said, so that's my journey right now, you know, because I got stuff starting to appear to me out of thin air. I said, but down the road, I come take care of that down the road, but right now I ain't got time to deal with you. I said, so you stay out my way, I stay out your way. And that's what we agreed to. I got no time. They know, because see, that lottery case is still open. That $1 million ticket was that was $93 million. They know that case still open. That case is, even though it shows closed on their screen, that's fine. But that case ain't never closed. Because you know I told her when she said she closed the case, and I said she can't close the case. She said, why? I said, because that's the international case. Only a chief judge can close that case, not no damn clerk of court. So y'all done get, I told her, I said, y'all got rid of, y'all made the chief judge step down, so the case can never get closed. Because you forced the chief judge down, so he know the law. And then you gonna come in behind trying to use the clerk of court seal to say you close court. No, you can't close that case. It's an international court case. That's one of our first cases. Y'all open up your law firm. They'll open up because that's the Jusco Gin case. It's already established.
So we on that. And bro, I gotta take a brief intermission. I gotta walk. I got a damn cramp in my leg. Yeah.
Any question? Give me something else so you go blank and I can answer.
Yeah. Anybody got any questions? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anybody got any questions? Anybody that's on the chat want to ask anything? Talk about the Dirty Moors.
No, about Dirty Moors.
Yeah, somebody just said the Dirty Moors stole from my homeless daughter. They forged my son's signature for an elderly lady house in Clayton County and charged him with the RICO Act.
And you know, and them cats, that's what they was doing. I told you, that brother that did Chief Black Eagle, the one that's locked down in South Georgia now, he need to be locked up. That's what they were doing. They were using this man's signature to file court cases in the damn court.
Crazy. That's crazy.
So yeah, that's what probably happened to that brother that's talking now. They don't. That's how they. I mean, I tell you, man, these people go in, and when I seen Amir doing it up in Charlotte, and you know, and I was like, bro, y'all done went way beyond the call of duty now. You starting to sign up the signatures of these Moors that you got nationalized and you using them on all this crazy ass paperwork, and then they don't even know that. A lot of people don't even know their signatures out there on some of that paperwork. Never even knew anything about it. That's how dirty they are. That's where this girl come from down in Charlotte. She's still in Charlotte. She's still full of shit. Full of dirt. I'll leave it at that. You know, being who I am. I'm full of dirt that's coming out of Charlotte. That crap that came from the Great Seal. What else we got? You all right? You all right? I'm just checking for you. What else y'all got for me?
I ain't want everybody to hear me screaming while I'm over there trying to get this cramp out.
Oh man, I got you. I had one last night sitting so long.
I had to This crab came from nowhere, hit me on my United Nations. Let me see.
Go ahead,
But
Kilo.
it's could the
Let me know
indigenous
'cause I can
nations.
hear you. I'm gonna give me a cup of coffee. I can hear you.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I still hear you. I'm
Okay, cool.
right in next door and give me a cup of coffee. Come on.
All right. Somebody said, could other indigenous nations be nations within the empire? Somebody asked.
Well, you asked the same question. Why we need them? I mean, if they got their own venue, they can establish itself. If they want to come in and establish themselves on our venue, why they bringing? Or what they got? What do we need? They need recognition. We already indigenous. They're trying to get recognized. So if they can't come over and follow our rules, our constitution, I mean, we just went through that with the Yamasee government. I mean, when we got a treaty with the Washita, we gave them the same authority we had, and look what happened. You feel me? So why would you keep giving out your authority to assist other people, groups, or whatever, and they're not even willing to come in to read your constitution or who you are? They just want a recognition. You know what I'm saying? So we got a banner for that called Old Man Kingdom Civilization, but that's for countries that want to come on our banner, not just clans or tribes out here claiming to be indigenous and ain't got outside the queen. So that's just a claim. They ain't got no status. That's just a claim. They're not outside the jurisdiction of the queen. So they got to come on and get recognition of us. So they got to understand our ways to accept our privileges and our authority. I mean, so they can't even do that. They ain't no need us talking to them. What's the energy? We don't. They nothing they got. We need. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely understand. So because what the NAMA is an umbrella for all the indigenous tribes and clans anyway. So if they really was serious,
okay.
Definitely we have our own venue. Definitely.
If you got your own venue, I said that's inside within our own venue. So you got y'all as we growing older, y'all get certain position, and you got a lot of family members on your. That's a clan. Then because we got different seats, we got visor seat and everything. My coffee pot cut out, cut it back on. You got me mad now, but it's warming up. So I just cut it back on. I said, "Well, you cut off. I ain't hear no beat." And so that's where we at now. So I mean, you got to look at the organic structure. You know what I mean? You see how that's structured and Old Man civilization. But under the Constitution, established tribes. But that was when. That was under UNNM back in the day when the chief first wrote that, and that's how it was set up on the organization level. Once he dropped it on the Constitution, it became organic. Okay, so once the state got established, well, they had to have what? They had to have powers because it's the Constitution. So you got all these people claiming all this power, all this stuff, but they ain't no authority. Where the authority at? Everybody, you a chief here, chief that, chief this, chief that, chief that. And a chief means you got a venue. So you got all these people on this ego and they want to have the title chief, but that means you got a venue. Where that venue? They ain't nobody got one.
So the chief means you have a venue.
That's an authority figure. You go out to the Native American tribe, the main one, that's why they got a chief. You got all these want to be Moors or Native Americans want to be a chief. I'm a chief. They don't understand. You got authority. You got to have a venue to be a chief. So that's why we don't use. We use Maku because they bastardize chief. I mean, look at chief of staff for the president. Look at the authority come with that office. So you got cats out saying they're chief. You like, well, damn, where your authority at then? Because this boy say he's a chief of staff. He got a whole lot of damn authority. You got all these cats they call that chief this, chief that, chief dumb, chief this. Noble this, no, ain't got no authority to do nothing.
That's right.
So they just playing with their own egos. That's why I say, it's real time. You're in Aquarian age, bro.
Nah, this is serious, and I think a lot of people, because of everybody playing with things and having pieces of the information throughout the years, that a lot of people are not realizing how serious it is. They, at first glance, they think it's just one of the same that everybody else is dealing with. And it's like, no.
And they realize that all of them are trying to get a little piece here and there, and they don't know where they got it from. It's coming from Khufu. what we had done. They didn't understand. Like the brother up in Virginia, I told you, Tarif.
Yes.
They don't walk with his brother, grew up with his brother, gave him a temporary ID badge. His ego was to go up to the UN to establish himself. He wanted his own authority, but he couldn't come do it the way we did it. So he thought he could go to the UN and get it, like all them clowns did. So he used a temporarily nationality badge I gave him. This is 07, okay, and got an IPO number. Okay, some more dance shoe crap he tried to create. He wanted to drop it back. I'm like, no, I didn't give you permission to do it. I'm done with you, bro. You gonna take, you know what I'm saying? So he had to dock it somewhere. He couldn't dock it here. So he tried to dock it over there with that boy down in Fayetteville. He docked it somewhere, tried to dock it first with himself. And if you went to his web page, he had all the IDs he was issuing. Then you wouldn't see his what it was. Continental Moorish Yams Empire.
No. You
Right
gotta
on,
say
right
that
on
again.
his
So
webpage.
he established his own.
Right on his webpage. The
So
same
his
ID where he got his authority from, he thought to issue out these Gansu IDs. And then he wanted to post it on the website and show all these people who got his ID. So if you get stopped, that crazy crap, tell the cop to go to your ID. I'm like, dog, why would you let all your people's personal information be on a website, a public website, like they can give you some damn venue? That's why they put their butt on the sovereign citizen, what is that? Property law firm.
Yeah.
That's why they got up there.
Domestic terrorism and all
that.
There
you go. And what he do? He ran from there. What he do? He ended up down in Fayetteville with that clown. Now they run around trying to claim they Washington, United, whatever, and got property of the emperor. Because you can go right up to UN. I told them before on the public notice last year. Go to the UN and check the status when that boy got that IPO number. What venue did he put down to get it? Because that's IPO number. And this people organization number. What venue? He had nothing else. So you CNYE, that's on docket. So that's why I'm just as we moving, I got an ambassador going up there, him pure an ambassador that's going to straighten all that crap out because that's where the confusion coming at. So many people out there on the market attaching themselves to the 21593 number. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you got a line. It ain't just one. You got hundreds of them. So you got to clean that mess up because you have the authority to clean it up. That's what we're doing. That's why we do more.
That's what somebody says autochthonous people of the Americas, basically asking, do autochthonous people of the Americas need paperwork?
I mean, you're a state citizen there. Where you at? I mean, autochthon on international mean indigenous. All right, so in America, you say you're indigenous, autochthon, whatever name make you feel good. Where you attach yourself to, because you got to, where you at? You can't, who are you? You got only way you got identity, you had a birth record established. Okay, so where you established as indigenous with your own, okay, so you don't tuck away from that piece to give you some existence. And now you saying, now you want to step away from that piece, whether it's fraud or you don't like the queen or whatever, but where you going to prove that you are autochthon to the land? You have plenty of them run up to UN every year. They're going up there this year. They give you 5 minutes of fame. Come out there and tell you who you is. Yourself. You know, so you want to go do that, fine. But you got to have some kind of identity or they consider you a stateless citizen. Under the sovereign status that we got as a sovereign government, any stateless citizen automatically become part of us. Seriously. Okay, wow. But they got to come because you're sovereign. You're on the land. So any stateless citizen, Kamala Khan look, you know, kind of made me mad, but I had to accept it. So it was the fact that, okay, then, well, the people that I claim they're indigenous, they got a contract. They just try to assert that contract and say they, you know, hid it, threw it in the microwave, whatever, and now they ain't got no paperwork. And I'm stateless citizen. That's not proving you stateless citizen because you got a contract, you got a birth record, you got a track record.
Yeah, just because you're ignoring it, don't mean make it go away.
Right. So, you know what I mean? So that's what we at on that level. That makes sense, everybody.
No, absolutely. Because what I'm hearing from that is like we trapped in this, you know, we born into the matrix, you know, this paper game that we're born in, and then we get knowledge of self of what's going on, the pieces of the puzzle, and then we got to run this
What you
maze.
got?
And some people like, well, you know, well, ultimately, I'm of nature. I'm a flesh and blood man. I don't got nothing to do with those contracts. And it's like, yeah, but you have to make sure that those contracts are canceled before you can move on as if they don't exist.
Well,
You have
that's why
to,
they doing what they say expatriation. Them boys out there doing that stuff and say they stateless citizens. That's not stateless. You just
because you're supposed to
expatriate.
repatriate to something.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. You expatriate. Who got you now? That's why a lot of them cats sitting up now because they expatriate themselves and get themselves caught up in that paperwork and get locked up, and they ain't nobody come to see them. Some of them sent for years.
Some
Hell,
of them,
they took a mirror off the record back in. They took him off the scene back in what 17. Ain't nobody seen him since. He's still locked up.
you know, a lot of them end up if the worst of them end up in the international
Well, you gotta
Interpol
realize that. That's what I
prisons.
told you. See, these cats learned that UCC real good. So when they realized that stuff, over the years, and they was filing in counties, UCCs, all that crap they was filing. Then they started going to regional. So they started finding a regional office, and they started calling it double stamp. So you get it filed in your county, your state, and then you go to regional, Kentucky, Georgia and all that. You get a regional stamp. And then Kentucky sent back and said, what you want? Looking at some paperwork. They asking the cats what you want. You know what I'm saying? You sending birth certificates, birth certificate for UCCs, you send them to Kentucky. They like, what we gonna do with it? What you want from us? It's the service is not used that way. So that's how them cats was training all these people out there on the market. Then they learned that over in Washington State, they consider that international arena for the UCC. So then you had these brothers trying to say they're international, and they try to run it through the UCC out of Washington State as if they're an international player. So that's all them different layers of information these cats went through slinging that paperwork. As they learned something, and everybody's smarter than the next one. Next thing you know, you got paperwork flying everywhere, like they did Puerto Rico. You got people sending paperwork down Puerto Rico trying to get, because they found out they're the secure part of the United States. Now they're trying to send paperwork down there trying to get some status. But that's a secure party. What did I say the judge said? If he allow you to come in and be the secure party over him, well, he just abandoned his ship. So you think somebody in Puerto Rico going to abandon their ship because you want to claim you some damn secure party? And got some kind of, you learned the registered mail and certified mail system, you trying to create a contract like that? No, it don't exist. But that's the clowns you got out here on the market. You feel me?
Definitely.
Who this Washington guy sending all this stuff? What are you talking about? That's one answer about that question.
Yeah, he's the one who asked about the autochthonous people because I guess he's like, I'm a flesh and blood individual. Nobody has no authority over me. I'm blood.
Well, I mean, you got a lot of kids out there thinking like that. That's why I told him keep walking.
If I went to a proper court, I would win. Truth is sovereign.
I wish him the best. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's the individual out there trying to prove himself. He's some Washington, whatever. Okay, we flying my flag. Okay, you gonna come to my court and see what kind of digits you got, and we can prove yourself there. All that crap you talking, I can do this. I'm on my land. All right, whatever. You going to feed yourself tomorrow with a credit card owned by the Queen. Outside of that, who are you? If you indigenous, live off the land then. If you Washington, all this, I got this. I see it. That's why I asked the question, who is this guy?
Yeah.
You know, fraud, this and that. Man, everybody proving nothing to you. I mean, I'm already proved. My stuff is real. So I'm looking at little, all this, that. All right, you go do your own thing, brother. Ain't no problem. What you want here? Ain't nothing but a gate of hell over here. So whatever you want, I'm fine.
It's just a gate.
Just a gate of hell. Got it wide
just
open. Got plenty of line
for another.
Indigenous that shit. All right.
Somebody said, brother Kifi Raye Atun, he asked, what's the significance of your 100 days?
There was different beings on that, brother. We went over early, but I go over it again. In studying, the Ember Taps 100 days, there's magic behind it. 100 days affirmation we working on, and that's that magic. So not fully understanding my authority that was granted through my birthright, that absolute sovereign above that full faith and credit that's established with the court, with the state and the United States. My sovereign comes from my bloodline. So in magic, as my year to emerge this year, So regardless of how many people want me to come out, since the time I stepped on the scene, 2007, my dock date was already prophesied 2028 January 2022. So I had to grow into that to get that light that it was already inherent in me. So um, once that light came and I'm writing, you're writing, didn't fully understand, knew it, but you know, so you gave 100 days, open the gates of hell for the 100 days, and release the legion because I was so fiery from that January 6th when that fire lit inside of me, and knowing what they did to my grandma, just fire, So open up the gates for 100 days, not fully knowing I'm gonna open them. Matter of fact, it wasn't even open up the gates. It was to raise the spirit, to raise my um, my grandma told me about the light. So I knew about the light, but then all the stuff that happened to me over the years, and that fire, it was it's a different energy. It's like when I spoke it then, it became like real, that it lit. So you gotta realize I didn't talk to my brother until February 18th. Okay. So the 22 days before and the 22 days after is 44 days. So you gotta realize I had to deal with that energy for 44 days, not fully overstanding that energy that automatic I had, and then releasing that fire being, and then not knowing, just know you that fire being that stood in front of you, and then 22 days later find out that that's the master that you let loose, and he got a whole legion that you let loose, and all of them worship you and kneel to you now. That's some stuff I'm still growing into it. You feel me? So you're gonna get, as we merging, you're gonna get these people egos. But that 100 days came from that. And then me understanding my authority where we at now did, over the last couple weeks, I think I brought it up, commanding, because knowing these cats were gonna kneel, commanding 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 doors open. And then that I told you it's like a vault. Like they shut me down. You finna fall asleep. Get this boy some coffee. Graveyard shell. Come on over here. And
he said he goes.
so, so, so when that happened, and you had to grow into that being who you are. So that's that light outside of all this crap these cats talking about indigenous here, wanting to be this and that. Man, I got a light beyond all that crap they say. I own the land. Okay, so and I got sovereign authority over the land. So that 100 days came in.
This is with
Toph, and there was some magic behind that, but not me not knowing that I couldn't move after I gave that command. So when that my heart boom shut down, it's like you can't overrule your own authority. So certain things that's mentioned in Moto Proprio about the veil coming down this neck, it couldn't happen until after the 100 days up. It was written.
Okay.
It actually happened because I gave myself a light of command. So they said you couldn't overpower your own authority. So that's why I said I got mad and you know what I'm saying? Like, damn it. But so and that, so I had to wait. So after the 8 this past Sunday, my 100 days up, and it's all on. Like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is open. So all these cats out here talking all that crap, you get ready to get a wake up call. That my whole thing, what I tell them all, keep breathing.
Listen, you better.
The hardest thing you gotta do now is breathe. Because if you stop breathing, I'm at the gate. And if you don't like me now, you ain't gonna like me when you get to the gate. Trust me. So burning you out of existence, you see, I ain't got no emotion about none of that. I just curse all of them out of existence. So all these cats ain't trying to raise a voice now and they got something that stuff don't mean nothing to me.
So the brother Eddie L says, what is the value of the UN with all of these?
It's not real. There is no value because they have no. They never asserted authority. It's like when you hear the UN, that guy come up the other day when he went over to Ukraine and he steps up and say the UN charter holds responsibility for what happened in Ukraine because they didn't act on the authority that they had. So now the question comes, say, well, damn, why you need it for then?
Yeah.
Why you
If they
need
ain't act, right?
to go in, so they you don't even need them because you see states is doing outside of what the charter is saying, and you see none of that stops a war. None of it.
That's right.
Even Russia being on the Security Council, none of it stops what's going on. So what's need of it? If you can't, why you got a world body and you can't come in and over, and rule? Now they got more authority under the United States because of the corporation status, where they said a lot of stuff on the United States, on the UN, where you see all the UN
That's
biggest around.
true. That's true.
You know what
That's
I'm saying?
true.
But
That's
on
true.
the world scene, I mean, look at their track record. They went down to Haiti for that incident. The United States sent them down there. We got in and raped all the sisters. They got kicked out. They go over to Africa. All this rape, everywhere they go. So
They get
why
caught and get kicked out.
why you even? I said we don't. That's why. Listen, for real. When we first emerged, we never even want to touch the UN. We didn't want to be nobody because of the fiction corporation that they had. We didn't want to create our own. But we was that's how far our minds were going, but we didn't fully understand the state. Now that you got your own state, you got your own sovereign authority with all the states that's inherited under the empire through the Demosan rules. Luxembourg, Spain, Italy, all that's under your crown. So you can create your own, like you said, charter. Not even calling it charter, you call it foundation. Because you got all these countries already under you. And you got states under you. So yeah, we create our own. I ain't got no problem with that.
Okay. And you all right, somebody asked, well, they mentioned it. Do you want to explain when you say that you a dweller, what does that mean?
Oh, that's one of my ancestors. That's a coat of arms. That's who we are. We call it universe tribal son, but we are dwellers. We are immortal spiritual beings, mortal infinity beings. And our look is let's see like a flash here. Our look is total triple darkness with 5 heads, 5 hands, 5 feet, like on my flag behind me. That's where I come from. My code on that's dwellers. We're dwellers. So you can't go get that. You got to bring it with you. That's what I brought back where I come from. That's why my light is. They ain't seen my light. They never seen this light before because of where I came from. So now I'm elevating in that light at this level because my range just started. So all them years growing up, driving a mountain, the 18-wheel off a mountain at the bottom of the hill, jackknifing on Interstate 85 on the other side of the road straight. All the stuff that happened over the years, that was preparing me that I see now for that day when I met the mouse. That I ain't know he was first, but then, like I said, talking to my brother 22 days later and explain who he was and how he knelt and how he stood all fired and like I said, them impressive wings he had. He said that's the master. So you and the master are one. So that's manifesting right now. As a matter of fact, on the show last night, I even showed where NASA got pictures on the sun where they actually showing their immortal fire deities on the sun like they're Kerwins, flying through all the CMEs, enjoying themselves because I gave them 100 days. But then in talking to my brother and he understanding that I gave him 100 days and saying, okay, they be back in 100 days. So that's what they went back on the other side to talk about. And my thing is that I didn't want them going back in 100 days. That's my bloodline. So I nationalized them under my authority on 18 March when I signed the motu proprio. And now they never got to go back in there no more. So and then 100 million, a million that's been released today, immortal fire deities, all of them kneel. He said as they emerge. So now we got 50 million Imperial Royal Grand Assembly immortal fire deities, normal / Moroccan American. Y'all like that, don't you? Then you got 50 million Imperial Royal Grand Assembly immortal fire deities that's nationalized already. And they nationalized right now. So that's my warriors. That's some of my warriors. All right. That's some of the light that's coming. That's already here. And for all that guard stuff, that's fine. That's our authority too. But I went and got some real fire. And that happened this past January. So you can go look at the video, whatever, and learn and get caught up what's getting ready to transpire. And it's already in motion.
Again,
all that stuff. These people make sure you get on the ship. Outside that, you don't exist because they ain't got no salvation for you. Whoever you are, what's your salvation? Queen ain't got no salvation. Pope ain't got no salvation. Farrakhan ain't got no salvation. None of them cats got no salvation. What you gonna do? Taj damn sure ain't got no salvation. What you gonna do? That dumbass G girl, whoever she is, you look at her, she ain't got no damn foundation. That crazy ass Nancy down in Charlotte, none. Ain't got no venue, ain't got no salvation. What they got? Yeah, it's like blind leading the blind, fool found the damn fool.
it's the saddest because then they just get emotional about everything.
Huh?
They get emotional about everything.
That's all they can because they don't know how to detach. That's all they got is an argument because everything they go is failure. And they can't make it a reality. So what happens in life? One lie leads to what? Another lie. Which leads to what? Another lie. Which leads to what? Another lie. So everything they come out of their mouth is a damn lie. Make it look all sweet and pretty, but it's a lie. Come on, what you got?
They get, I say they get settled in the idea in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. So they have a peace and they could go out there to the ignorant who don't know nothing and they could live as kings and queens amongst the ignorant. Somebody said, would you explain the fallacy of absolute equity?
Explain or what?
Fallacy of absolute equity.
I mean, talk to me.
Yeah, I don't know what it means. The idea of absolute. If you want to inner beauty, if you want to explain that question, So I see where you are going. Commerce, admiralty. I was looking for specifics, like, like what? For as he who loosed the power, Lord, he life of children of men, like in the biblical quotes. It's getting sleepy. Niggas get sleepy. They pulling out the Bible. Yeah, it's the engagement. I'm telling y'all. So
the fallacy of
the fallacy of explain the fallacy of absolute equity. Inner beauty. I don't know what that means.
She typed something up. I'm checking my car report.
She was responding to somebody else on the chat. Can one become a NAMA if they don't have a birth certificate or a social security number?
I mean, that's like a stateless citizen. So how can you prove you exist? What's your proof to prove your existence? That any state will require to accept a NAMA. Accept nationality. I knew they mentioned something about that before. I remember Kamala Carl said something on call back in last year that was mentioned at that degree. But then the girl she did have a certificate, but she just hiding behind the scene and you talking like are they talking something like a child being born and then their parents don't dock them in the system and they ain't got no social security, nothing.
I was gonna go there. I know somebody who actually contacted me and asked me about that, and the daughter's like 13, 14 or something like that.
Right. So so they got to show something where they got an affidavit on record where that child came into existence. Okay, yes. Well, if they filed it inside of their court system, well, they dock it in the state.
Then that's the record right there.
Yeah, the state created a birth certificate, whether you use it or not, they don't care. So that's so.
Well, they had a home birth. They had a
Well,
home birth.
I got that. So, a home birth, okay. Well, it becomes the jurisdiction of the parents then. If the child is born at home birth, where the jurisdiction of the parents at then?
Under the queen, because they got birth
What I'm
records
saying is
security.
for that home birth, for that midwife to sign the document that need to be signed for the state to have a birth within their property, she got to give it some kind of jurisdiction. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you don't want her to file it in the county, they got a waiver. But then where you file it then? So if you didn't file it, okay, then so you kept it like the old days to keep it in the Bible, right?
Like they keep it in the Bible, yeah. Maybe
Right?
they
Okay,
just,
so
yeah.
that's possible. Okay, well then let's look at it this way. If that parent qualifies to be a nominational, and then they want to nationalize their child who don't have no record nowhere, well then that child as long as that parent got a thought, signed on behalf of that child can have to get registered, have their own docket in their own country. Because they don't have, but only difference is that when you transferring that account over to your state, they don't have no account to be transferred. So they just nominational under their silver, under their bond, and that's fine anyway. You're a millionaire anyway. So you just ain't got that extra paperwork that got to be done to transfer your birth rate account over to your state. But
that's right.
I can see that, that's being real. That makes sense, everybody?
Yeah, that's real. That makes sense. Because believe it, there's people out there.
Oh yeah,
that's moving like that. They separated themselves from the system.
Well, you got a lot of them that came through with the Washington. You got a lot of them dealing with the Washington because they was on the Empress. Okay, so they had their children. They didn't want to get back in the system, and they got their citizenship paper for her. Love, truth, peace, and justice. But when she got shut down, when they shut her down, they didn't have no venue. So a lot of them kids, they never got no paperwork. They never, because they, hardcore parents. Just ain't gonna put them back in the system. Well, as they get older, they ain't getting no privileges that from the system. You feel me? So
yeah, I understand.
It doesn't make no difference to me because, like I said, you transfer the account over to your state. But there are a lot of kids out there that came when they walked the Empress banner. They didn't register their children nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Then you have some of the Moors who had their own birth and did an affidavit, and then right back down to the county to file the affidavit. Like, well, there you might as well got the birth certificate. You know what I mean? Then you got cats who want to be slick and put their Moor's name or whatever name on the birth certificate. Okay, and then when they go back and try to claim the birth certificate, they can't get it because they signed the wrong damn name, and that name ain't got no damn venue. So now they got to go prove that they the father of the child, and they can't prove that Moor name. You know what I'm saying? Because they never got a name. So you got all kind of crap going on out there, bro. So the main thing is that having a state and you have a nationality process. Okay, so that process, if people get certain levels of process, you know what I'm saying? That's why I told you, I said, well, with my authority and my sovereignty, with the confidentiality agreement, you are attached to me. So your part of the contract is what? To make sure that all the contracts we agreed to is right as act. Okay, so to keep that, for that loyalty to be real. Okay, so as long as that is, you are nomination. You know what I'm saying? So that's because that's how I open up, bring y'all on in. You feel me? So it's on that person, that nomination now, to agree that agree to the contract and stand up and live in the contract. You feel me? But as we go forward, that whole process is going to change as y'all become moving your state to, and then you have a whole nationality process that they just register like any other state country when we decide to open the doors. Okay? United States and all that, they keep their doors open. We got control of our own doors. So we don't want to open up. We don't got to open them up. We keep them shut. We won't open back up. You feel me? So whether they like it or not, because we move in state, we control our own venue. You feel me? So to make because as you learning now, remember,
Mm-hmm.
back in the day when I said I keep it closed so y'all can get straight, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And I said down the road, y'all gonna see why the door's closed. You see why now, right? Back in the day when y'all free, why you close the door? Wait, now you see why I closed the door, don't you? So whoever got on the ship now, they see why I closed the door. Why? Give you time to grow into becoming a normal so you can run your state. If you
That's
got
right.
the doors open, we constantly going back and forth, like Doc did for 30
Yeah,
years.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Every damn class, you got the same question, asked a different way.
Start all over.
360 books, they still ain't wake up. Nah, we ain't got time to go through that. Nah, we're going to have university. We'll give you a multiple choice class through the university. Go listen to a tape and bring an essay back of what you listen to because 90% of everybody asks has already been covered through all our classes we came through in the last 100 days. We got
That's
over
right. That's true.
videos we got. So,
That's true.
so that's just them listening to tape and writing an essay. And then if they got some private questions down the road, ain't no problem. We always have a nomination overseeing the university. But we as a state, you got to run the state. You got a sovereign state
Right.
that's 24/7. You got to operate it. And you, the officials, operating it. It's just you growing into that authority to run a state. And you ain't got time to play these games out here and these people on the street just hustling paperwork to prove a point. They ain't got no point to prove. You just got to run a state.
So yeah, and running the state is creating and producing everything that's needed for the state to run to exist. So everything we see,
That's why I explained full faith and credit a while ago.
everything that we
Everything
see,
they got, they gave you.
we got. That's right.
All right, well, okay, let's go with this one. I'm gonna see how good you've been on class now. All right.
Uh-oh.
What's definition? What's our definition? One of our definitions: full faith and credit.
For full faith and credit,
Yeah,
I ain't got a definition for no full faith
it's in the vision. Come on, where you been?
and
The vision.
credit. I'm talking about the definition.
It's in the pure vision. It has full faith and credit. That full faith and credit means what?
Full faith and credit means.
Call your brothers out. Tell me help you out. Tell me help you out. Don't leave you hanging.
Oh no, these niggas asleep. Yeah, if anybody from the that's on the classes, what is the definition of full faith and credit?
What's in your vision?
That we have in the vision? Specific. Full faith and credit. Oh, I see you want to word it according to the vision.
Who?
The imperial vision.
Oh no, it's on your vision.
That's how you want to word it, right?
Oh yeah, it's right there. Proof. Full faith and credit means what? State of complete. What? Come on.
All obligations. Okay. Mission specific. That's what I was getting. Unfettered borrowing. That's what I was looking for. Unfettered borrowing.
What's that definition?
Hold up. We going. This is the kids be doing these days. We Googling. That's what the kids do in school.
What I tell you, right there. You just go pull it up.
That's right. That's what I'm doing. The full faith and credit clause.
Yeah, it's right in your vision.
Article 4. That's Article 4.
I don't think you can put a vision up on that. That's in your your drive. So you ain't gonna be put on that. No,
I can't. No, I ain't doing that. Yeah. Full faith and so
I'm getting ready to crank up some house music on y'all
ass. Duties of the state.
They got you, boy.
All right, because I want to give it for my own words.
So I know somebody's gonna be on there reading Vision tomorrow, right?
Yeah, that's a fact. The state of Matu tagged in. He said the state of complete and timely satisfaction of all obligations by a government.
Right.
So it's like the commitment.
Which leads to what? Unfettered borrowing.
Unfettered borrowing.
All right, and trading power of a government, right?
Unfettered borrowing and trading power. Yeah, there's Monty finished off.
Right. They say what?
He
Printing
finished off
money.
by saying that. Yeah.
He said printing money to pay his debt. I mean, you print your own money to pay your debts is necessary,
Print
right?
your own money.
And pledge what? In complete trust.
That's the key. Complete trust.
See? So that's why you see you build a state. Because you got to develop complete trust to do what? To operate your full faith and credit, right? That's been granted to you. So when you look at the full faith and credit means a state of complete time. Let me say, what do you say? What do you say? The state of complete time satisfaction. He didn't type it in there right, but he good. And beauty type it in there. It says of all. Hey, that's all cap.
All 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 caps.
All cap. So that let you know anything that you can dream of or even think of. Under that full faith and credit clause, you got the authority to do it, even print your own money to pay your debt. So that's why I keep asking y'all where my bit led.
Yeah, it's that time.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you got, so you. That's why I say you got to run your state. So you learn how to run your state now, because you know what I'm saying. Because you came up as a debtor, so you only used 2 zeros. You know what I'm saying? You used $100. You ain't used to $1,000 bill or $100,000 bill or $1 million bill. You know what I'm saying? You go take position at jobs and they come in, a government job, and they say, well, you got a $8 million bankroll you got to work out to all your employees and all that stuff, right? And you just the manager over it. You starting to get me? Now you the government. And so you got to run that now. You run the show. So you got to see what your debts were. That's why I say y'all scared to create debt.
Yeah, the zeros.
So that's why you learn how to run your state, right?
That's right. That's why when you say $80,000 rolls of toilet paper,
huh?
$80,000 rolls of toilet paper. Government creating debt. The price tag for the difference.
That's just crazy. Well, you crazy. Well, it's like, you think about the debt you got. You think about the debt you got. Look at all the officials you got. Look at all the housing you got. Look at all the upkeep you got. Look at all the maintenance you got.
For the nation. You're thinking as a nation.
Right. And look at all the beauty you got. Look at all the head to toe dress you got to do. Look at the computer. Look at the offices. Look at the bedwear. Look at the, all that. Look at the planes you got. Yeah, all that, the boats, all that's got to be under your venue. So you got a debt. So right there, off the rip, you're looking at close to 100 million.
Easy.
And that's just you move the state. And you got the authority to write anything you need. So if it costs you 100 million, we'll write 135 million. Write 200 million. Like me, I'll write a whole trillion. Hell with it. Because that's my solid authority and I got equity. You know what I'm saying? So why play games? I got a state to run. That's why I say whoever run this state, you if you ain't thinking as a millionaire, you don't need to be on this ship.
You already lost, yeah.
You ain't need to be on this ship. But you got to be a millionaire running the ship.
Sure.
I'm looking for the one to come in that say, okay, I'm coming in a millionaire. They probably understand. Now how quick can I be a B?
How we gonna get to them B's, right?
You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
Because it's already set in stone.
Operating in complete trust.
That's right. So that's what you develop now, your brotherhood, sisterhood. You see the attachment some of us got coming from, and you got to shove them because they ain't nothing there. Now you're building your own brotherhood, your own sisterhood. You know what I'm saying? All of it belong to you. Every law belongs to you. Create your own damn law. They ain't nothing. You unlimited. You got everything you want. So
yeah, it's whatever you put in your mind.
And you organic as you moving, so you able to change things to make it better to fit us where we at now, because you finally emerge your state. Wake up. You finally emerge your state. So that's where we at.
Well, okay. Well, now, so here's the question then. All right.
Okay.
Huh?
Go ahead. I gotta give him a call.
I got you.
Right, come on.
So we do what we do. We got to take care of what we got to take care of. Naturally, we do plan on setting things up to interface with other brothers and sisters that's not on this side. Are we going to set up like how do I explain it? Like transitional situations for people that's outside that's trying to get in, or even teaching them how to function on the outside while we're in, because naturally we all are also tethered or connected to family members that are not normal, that we got, that we, what's the what position we taking on that, what's the, to come from you, from the emperor, to explain, to set the, say that again.
I said, don't let your left hand know what your right hand doing.
Hmm.
It's simple to me. See, you know everything they know, and they don't know nothing you know.
Nothing.
All right, so you don't let your left hand know what your right hand doing. So until you know better and learn better, why would you keep confusing them? Just send them to the website so they can register. If they don't want to register, well, they not on your ship. You just gotta respect them for who they are, whether your sister, brother, mother, daddy, whoever, and that's the love you got for them. You on your own journey, and then as you get down the road and more into your journey, and they start opening up, well, you got a door for them to come in when the doors open back up. But you ain't got time to sit. That's why I said we got different classes within the university to help them with that spell, you know, speed reading, whatever. You feel me?
Yes.
Before they even get to where y'all at now. You feel me? Because we see what we just came through with everybody coming through. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? So now we setting it up. So you got to go through university. We got to even make sure you can read, comprehend before we even talk to you. So,
That's
you know,
true.
we ain't got time to play with you. You know,
And there's a lot of reading.
we're going to assist you to help yourself, but we got a state to run. So the university is I Him Who Tip University. I Him Who Tip University.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tip University, that's master science. So they got to register through the university. And, you know, and then they elevate themselves up, and we got positions already within the government, constantly positions to run a state. You feel me? Y'all starting to see that now, right?
That's right. What was your brother say?
Main thing is that they ain't never got to step outside their government.
That's the main thing. We constantly.
I mean, we even at the step right now when our young ones become 13, 14 years old, they got the education of a bachelor degree. So they ready to come on in at 13, 14 and work for their own government. They ain't never got to go outside the government and work. They ain't got to never work outside the government. They everything.
That's what we want. That's definitely what we want.
Well, that's why I say even the janitors and whatever, they at six figures because everybody's wealthy. Everybody's wealthy. So they even them. Well, I think I put too much oregano in there. Woo-wee. Even though you know, at that level, it ain't the point that they slow or they can't learn. They just got to know. They normal just like you, but they don't mind doing their job. Because that's part of running the state. So you ain't got somebody that's dumb, can't read. That's the only thing they know how to do is pick up trash. No. You got normal knocks and those picking up trash, whatever, and they love what they're doing. Why? Because they smart and they know this is just part of keeping the job, keeping the house clean. You feel me? But they make it six figures. So they can be everybody millionaires. You know what I'm saying? And these are y'all, we setting our salary. You got your own equity. Listen, you got more equity than you couldn't write it. You couldn't, none of y'all could, the whole team together could not spend, you'd be a drop in the bucket compared to the wealth that's under the crowns of the CNYE that you can write off on.
It's what they've been keeping away from us. Is what they've been valuing the queen as, collecting from everybody and living on.
You got to also realize how she's set up. We totally different than her. Way she was set up. Remember, she got a parliament control of her wealth. We got a whole different system. You know, so you coming in at like the normal global bank, and that's merging, that's international bank. Any bank, anybody know got constantly banking propositions that's going on through the bank. Well, that's part of your bank. You're a nomination. So whatever the bank is invested in, you're gonna be invested in.
And then
all nominations gonna be investing in it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
that, you know what I'm saying? So you got to set the system up to pay yourself, to write your check through your account, all that. You got your own credit card from your state with your bank, and you can use it anywhere in the world. If you want to go put, we want to go put Visa on our logo. That's contract.
Getting a contract in business with them.
That's why any of them, MasterCard, all that's contract. You know what I'm saying? We want to create our own damn logo. That's fine. Be accepted in any ATM around the world because our bank ain't gonna charge no service fee. But you ain't gonna never have to get no cash no way. Why you need? I mean,
yeah, what we need that for?
Why you want to go get some George Benjamin and put in your pocket for? You seen our coat of arms or the normal Global Bank watermark? Shit, you got that Royal Seal. You want to put out it every day.
Listen, I say they say the boy got his own money. I mean, the boy got his own money.
Got more money though. We already got a tent rolled up. I'm waiting on y'all to get going. We already got a tent rolled up to go make our print on their money. I don't give a damn where I gotta go.
I know this is now listen, this is a phenomenal experience, especially with even with us coming together, everything coming together now. Mm-hmm. But the time and effort and the accomplishment that has already been done by you and the small group of brothers and sisters throughout the years is an amazing feat. Honestly, it's an amazing feat which I've done. Up to this point, and the idea that we can now go from this point and actualize and put this thing into motion.
It's in motion. It's in motion. That's why I sit back and look at all the comments because they don't know about no state. That's just their training where they come from. I'm laughing at them. All that little stuff they dropping like it means something. They ain't got no state. They can't do nothing but talk. I got a state. I'm moving.
We talk about full paper credit.
Whatever. They don't know nothing about it. You give an opinion on it. Man, hush.
Yeah, going into
that's fine. I look at all those. I see all those smart remarks. I fish for people. Go fish then. I want to tell you, we got our own state. That's why they understand. Like, we're not asking y'all for nothing.
Yeah.
Trust me. You ain't got nothing we want. Nothing. There's nothing on the market that we want. Nothing. We got our own way. Bickering, complaining. That's what niggas do. We try to call you niggas, but you want to be niggas. So you want to be a nigga, we're going to call you part work, shoe fit work. You feel me?
That's right.
Until you learn to come and be, you want to bring like, he live, I want to say this and that, whatever. I got an opinion. Well, whatever.
Where's the Imperial Vision located in the documents?
You know where now, Google Drive. You ain't registered on that. You gotta get yourself updated.
No, I'm supposed to be registered. I have a Google account. I'm supposed to get it.
It's right in Imperial Daily Reading.
Yeah, I got my.
That's what I'm looking at. What you taking so long, yeah? They're gonna be on you tomorrow, boy. You know you're gonna get on tomorrow, boy. You ain't recalling. All right.
No. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is. Remember, I do the overnight. I ain't sleep since then. I've been up.
Oh, you know the show. You don't.
I ain't sleep. Yeah, I ain't sleep.
I done called you about 3-4 times. Yeah, I'm all right, dog.
So you asking me about details? I'm like, shit.
I know.
I need all my attention.
That's that struggle people don't see when you moving to get on the ship, and you at first, then all daily life and all that, but you gotta stay focused.
And you gotta stay focused because life is gonna throw. That spirit world is gonna throw the kitchen sink at you.
And especially when they know you're on the right Mr. King now.
Sure, that's right.
So now you know why they coming on hard now.
Mm-hmm.
Wait till they start seeing some of these hanks they get ready to see.
Yeah, so we staying focused. We staying focused. Somebody asked, "What's the meaning and definition of your name?" Somebody earlier, Sambu Amini Ray Adeloye.
Sam Who, Amen Ray. Sam Who, the angel. Wasn't nothing before Sam Who. Before anything was Sam Who. I'm the Amen Ray on the back of that. So my appellation Mini Ray. Sam Who is just is. Well, nothing else before Sam Who. Sam Who. We got a different spelling on that. Just to speak on that. So they had took that energy and dishonored it with the black man sitting slave, all that, big lip, all that. So I was commanded from my brother. I told you, if you got the right to use it, but make sure you use it properly and give it back the honor that it is. So only way you get by the honor, you got to become it. So that Amini Ray is the 4,700-year prophecy that was written before I knew it was, but they was in this day and time, like Amini Ray sovereign will appear. So when I got that 18, I believe it came across me. They took it off the market. I ain't seen it since. We probably looked at about the ancient archives astronaut. About 3 months, it was gone. I said, damn, we should have saved it because we knew they would take it off. We're talking about a 47-year prophecy. It was talking about this day and time, everything going on that you see, that a sovereign would appear, and his name would be a mini. And I'm like, damn, a mini. I'm the Ray, a mini. That's why you see Dash Ray. So that's so I'm the Sam Who going back, but my appellation Mini Ray. You know what I'm saying? So Sam Who is actually Buddha. Before Buddha was Sam Who. Then they changed it to their culture and became Buddha, and they draw the images. But that was Sam Who. He came with 8 levels. Okay. Yeah. So and then you go back to the Naga, they the first one who watched Sam Who, not Buddha. So you see that serpent going all the way back.
Yeah.
Adaloye is my godmother, who Risha, when she was when I was going through that science and teaching, and they had to give you a name of who the spirits called. So once they did that, Ogun Richard, I'm Ogun priest. That's what came Adaloye, and that means the crown is the essence of the crown. So my godmother, she went to another life on the other side before the crowning came in my plate. I think she left around 209. You know what I'm saying? So the crowning come to 11. So she already, she said, they couldn't read me, man. So they were frustrated. They couldn't get no, they were just frustrated. And who was
from the other side? Yeah.
You got all these warriors protecting you. They couldn't break it. She's just about to go crazy. And she just flipped at me. She said, Adaloye, when you get to Haiti one day, the whole world going to recognize. That's what I tell y'all. And then the other part, she said, the whole world going to kneel to you. So I was told y'all throughout the years, they said everybody gonna recognize me. I didn't want to get to that kneel part because egos and shit, But I kept that back until now. I said she actually said both of them. She said when they gonna see you, everybody gonna be able to see you, the whole world gonna see you, and they all gonna kneel to you. And now you in that day and time, you manifesting. You feel me? So when you go to Enoch, the 30 Enoch, we went through the other week, found out
the book Enoch.
That stuff that's in there that I written on 28 in Moto Proprio. I ain't got no clue that stuff. And then you wrote it your way, and it tell you what's gonna happen. You already condemned them the hell for 22,000 years, and it tell you in that book that they could condemn forever. You just came in and gave a
spin. You gave a detail.
You know what I'm saying? You gave a little detail.
Yeah. They said forever in perpetuity, infinitum.
They said they refused to kneel because of what? The infatuated lust of what they have created. That's what we're at right now. I gave them all permission to kneel. I gave them all, and by them killing my grandma the way they did, I cursed them completely in perpetuity. Because they literally stole the royal prince seat. You don't say how deep this go, do you? This man, they stole the royal prince seat. They stole my royal family seat. All right, so these magical beings, these fire beings that's taught through the ancient wisdom of Thoth throughout all the 1,000 years that create this network. All right, so they got certain spells, ancient spells, way beyond these people teaching, and was able to trap certain beings. One of the main beings they trapped with the master. That's the royal bloodline. So all the characteristics that they said coming to me, all right, the crown, the cross appeared, attach you back to the Messiah, the bloodline, all that, right? INRI, all that, right? All right. So then you able to come along in your lifetime at 58 and you open up the gates of hell with your voice. And the main character you let out, this boy they call the devil. Some say, but on the other side, they said, no, this is the master. But in the religious side, Christianity, they said, well, the devil's been locked up, blah, blah, blah. Well, you just released this cat, but he ain't no damn devil because you watched him right in front of you. You seen a perfect being, a perfect fire being, 19 feet tall, perfect damn wing, and watched them go to the damn sun. And on the 30th of January, they showed him on the sun for the first time through that NASA Soho spaceship, and they said, "What the hell is that?" And he was showing me they made it. So you just got, and that's your brother, that's your bloodline. Well, wait a minute. Well, you said that's the devil. Then, but in my lifetime, everything that came to me, it said it attaches back to the Messiah. Not saying I am the Messiah. You attach your bloodline to the Messiah. See what I'm saying? So whatever character they gave Yahshua or Jesus, they ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm about the bloodline. I'm saying who I'm in the race. Okay, I die loye. Okay, so that's who I am. So, but the magic that I'm coming with, or what they call the healing in the wings that's mentioned in Malachi, some gonna accept or attachment because I'm coming doing everything they said this boy's supposed to do when he comes. Okay, so I'm manifesting it now. So some gonna say, "Oh, that he think he Christ." No, I never said that. But it's my bloodline. So in my bloodline, I'm able to open up the gates of hell where they said he had the keys to the gates of hell. Remember? Well, I come along, I open up without the keys. So watch the keys. It's got to be in your body, your light. So now you let out the baddest to the baddest of the baddest, baddest of the baddest. And when you ask the question, say, well, wake up now. It's going to wake you up. And when you ask the question,
no, I'm with you. I'm with you.
When you ask the question, say, well, where's God? Oh, he nowhere to be seen. So where's Allah? He vacated his post. So where's Jesus? Oh, that nigga got off the cross. He ain't been seen. So exactly who is this guy I just let loose? The baddest to the baddest of the baddest, baddest of the baddest, baddest. Well, if everybody running because he loose, well, wait a minute then. Everybody's running with this boy loose. And he got a whole legion that I let loose. And he's the baddest of the baddest. And he's my left-hand man now. That's my buddy. That's that's my blood. So that's why I came through and did the moto proprio, the nationalizing under my venue. And we ain't never got to go through that crap. And then you see that that's the real bloodline. So what did these five beings, remember, that can speak to burning bushes, that convince people that a damn God was speaking to them and gave them some holy word, and they came down to enslave the people based on a damn lie. When the whole character is messed up, them are the dark beings. Now light being came and brought the light and exposed the dark beings, because the light they said I brought they ain't nothing written on it. There's no books written on it. It's what you say go. If you able to do what you did, it ain't that if. That's what it's already done. But you got to see where it came to me. If you got, you know what I'm saying? So that's where we at now. So look at that authority coming to you now. Come on.
So I was so now I want to say is, well, how do we explain that whole sequence to non-religious mind? Because with you could use those explanations for the people that's in the, you know what I'm saying, they that's their go-to, the religious doctrine. So they go into the hell and the demons and the God and the Jesus. But then you have the non-religious minds where it's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? How do we explain the same
non-religious mind? The non-religious mind is more corrupt to me than people saying they're atheists.
Why so?
Because you gotta have a thought.
Okay.
You got a thought. That there gotta be a thought that a creative being for you to be an atheist. So you had to have that thought. that something exists for you to say I don't believe in. I'm an atheist.
That's true.
See what I'm saying? So in the real time, in the real world, they truth in all of it. You just got to know how to pick it.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to know you got to pick the truth out of it, even though you're the wise one. Every
That's
word, you know. So for instance, give you this. When I was in the military, I was going through this. When I was dealing with the witch, my ex, and we were going through that situation with that contract. One night on the base, on McGuire Air Force Base, they had a serious thunderstorm come through and knocked the power out on everywhere. Fort Dix, McGuire, surrounding town, everywhere. So, you know, being on the base, we got hanging because, you know, we been off work, lights been out since we got off work. You know, we hanging out, going out, get bread, whatever, hanging on the yard. So, you know, around 10, 11 o'clock, it's time to go in now. You know, even though the lights out, your ass still got to be working next morning. So, me and his brother named Jason, and my running boy, one of my running boys back then, said, yeah, I'm in, man. Yeah, we got to be to work. So, we get up on the third floor. We open the doors. There's a light coming under my door. So, you know, Wi-Fi was popping back there. So, you know, we did Dano thing. Dun, 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 you know, going on down the hall. You know. And then, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, so yeah, it is. We got a movie. You couldn't be a part of it. So we straight up got a movie. So we get to the door and I open the door up. You know, I've been gone all day, work, you know. So open the door and I know the fan was off and the lights was off while I left. So now all of a sudden the lights on and the fan blowing. So when I open the door and when nobody in there, Jason told me, oh, come here, let me check, man. Nah, brother, let me go check this one out, right? So now the Bible, Holy Bible, King James Version, right? We're sitting there, you know, you're the base. You know, you got sitting over there like in the damn hotel room. It's just sitting out.
Sitting on the cabinet somewhere on the table or something.
Yeah. So the fan blowing, and the Bible, it opens up. And the fan is blowing and the pages is flipping. Right? I'm watching this. So as I walk over to the book, because I'm like, that ain't supposed to be happening. So when I walk over to the book, the pages stop. So I sit in the chair and I pick the book up and I start reading. Then I sit the book back down, right? Pages start flipping again with the fan on now. Then it stopped. I pick the book up and I start reading again. Now we went back and forth like this all night. I lost time. I was gone. I lost time. All right. Next thing I know, it was 5 o'clock in the morning, and the civil engineers was beating my door. And I got up, walked over to the door, and he said that the base commander ordered him to come up, knock on my door, because they want to know how I got power, and nobody else on the base got power. He said they've been downstairs for 3 hours, and this building is dead. There's no power in this building. And they want to know how I have lights on in the building. And I told him, I said, well, I'm doing my best to figure that one out. So tell the base commander, when I finally figured out, I'll let him know.
You in there reading the Bible.
Huh? Now, that's what I'm saying. This is what people don't believe. Or whatever, right? But this is the magic that's inside of me to carry me in there, to show me certain words, for me to break that marriage contract that I was attached to. The only way you can break that marriage contract, you got to do it through adultery. For you to be able to marry free again, be free. So that's why I talk all night long, back and forth.
So you're being guided.
That's what I'm saying. So that miracle is written in my records.
No, I understand that. I'm not.
When I was in that poster case, and that prosecutor said, brought up about the Bible and the post office and all that. And I just got furious because, you know, that's something happening in the post office. You know what happened on that, right?
Nah, the Bible in the post office?
Oh, yeah. You know, you got Islamic boys, Christian boys.
Yeah, you got the people, your people in there talking and stuff. Yeah.
So they like, you know, how they sit in the break room, in our little break room, driver's room. They, you know, they like to bicker and all things. So, you know, me, I'm in and out, you know what I'm saying? So this day, they're gonna try to. They stopped me, and they stopped me, and I was in a rush because I had something going on up front. We were going out, and so I said, man, I got time to play with y'all right now, man. Come on, bro, Sounds. Come on, bro, Sounds. You know that man down in the Edenton. Y'all study, y'all know all that stuff. I said, man, I said, man, forget all that, man. So as I'm here to walk out, take the Muslim brother named Wallace. Wallace said, come on, bro, Sounds, come on, just fine, she can wait for you. I said, all right, man, what you got? So he said, well, we in here debating who God is the best. I'm like, huh? So the Jehovah's Witness guy was saying, well, I'm telling them that in our scripture, we don't challenge that kind of thought. And then the Christian guy saying this, and then the Muslim guy saying this, and the atheist guy saying this. And then they come with me and say, so what you think about that? And I said, oh, damn. I said, that's your Bible? And the guy said, yeah. I said, can I hold it for a second? He said, yeah. And I picked it up and I dropped it on the floor. I said, man, I'm sorry, man. Me drop the Bible. He said, oh, that's good, miss. I said, but could you tell Allah to come pick that book up? Or tell your God to come pick that book up, right? Since y'all arguing about it. So all of them said, well, bro, Sanders, our God don't work that way. Will you tell your God to pick it up? And I reached down, picked the book up, stayed on the table, and walked out the door. So by the time I walked out the door to get to the front of the plant where my girl was, when I walked in her office, she said, what have you done now? I said, what? She said, my phone is ringing off the hook, saying that Samson done said that he done dropped the Bible and God don't exist.
That's so the translation.
That's right. So now the prosecutor bring this up in my post office case.
Wow.
So I asked her in court, I said, well, that's kind of curious to me that you would bring something that happened in post office that you would bring in court. I said, so how far do you really go back in my records? And she said, oh, we got access to go all the way back to your military record. I said, oh, I bet you got surprised back then. She looked at the judge and said, very interesting file. All right, so because all that stuff is in there that I'm telling you about.
Mm.
All
the stuff. Yeah.
So the judge looked at me. She said, well, what happened then? I said, you really want me to go down here on that? She was like, well, yeah, what happened? I said, all right, then. That book y'all call the Bible. All right. They make your God pick the Bible up and right in court. I told you get them feel. And she said, well, we don't do that stuff. I said, well, my God can. I picked it up, step back up there. I said, we finish this question now. I'm in open court doing this. It's happening in open court. Because they brought that for the post office into the court case. So now the judge asked me to explain. Oh, ain't no problem. You ready for it now? Here it comes. Because I ain't scared.
Yeah, because your God can't do it.
That's right.
But I am my God.
That's right.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
I understand that. Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with the wow. Yeah, the religion.
I got a whole this talking about a movie. The producer I talked to back in the day in Atlanta, when I told him about the base brief, he said we had 23 to 26. I think it was 2023, 3-hour session. Like on Netflix, you got 3-hour movies.
Yeah.
He said you got at least 20 of them. Like that. Once he's seen the rest of it that we're going now, he went up to like 40. Like that's 3-hour series. So you got a 40. They ain't got back to Mary Magdalene yet. Okay, so that's 40 they already see in the production. Well, you got a whole complete miniseries. But they don't understand is that we can start with them, but the Nate's miniseries has to come on our venue, if not at the beginning, because we got to tell the whole story. You can't tell the whole story under their venue because the United States gonna block it. So we can start it off to get it off the ground as we moving, and then everything's been completely on our jurisdiction because we got to have completely authority to tell the truth, the real story. And write this series. That makes sense.
You talking about like Roots / Shaka Zulu type of like,
the truth.
Yeah, the truth. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm just saying because they don't make those types of series no more.
Of course, but I'm saying you're looking at Shaka Zulu, but the movie been made by the Zulu Nation in Africa, and they got all rights to it. So now you're getting the full truth. You're not getting a story or a producer produce a fiction story to give you similarities of what Shaka Zulu was, how he lived, not best characteristics that they read in the book or whatever, right? Now you writing the story of Shaka Zulu based on authority from your state and his jurisdiction to give you the real damn story. You know what I'm saying? So now it's between fact and fiction. So now you got a factual story opposed to a fiction story. Make sense?
Oh yeah, it's gonna.
So you gotta have jurisdiction though. If you ain't got jurisdiction though, you give back to the United States.
This is you're gonna have you're gonna have so many different people coming for that story to be able to even to license it, to be able to distribute it because of how powerful.
Oprah, Tyler, all of them's on our email. I mean, they know. It just they go talk to their boss.
I know.
And
So
then their boss say, that's the best contract you can get, but you're gonna lose this and that with us.
Yeah.
Like Tyler. He gonna stand to use that contract that Georgia gave him as a tax break to open up that studio down there. To take on this project with me. Right? With this project at that studio. But as we emerging, that's what it was a couple years ago. Now that we have emerged where it is, now he realized, regardless what contract he got with George, he still got to pay me taxes. He still got to pay us royalty, not taxes, but royalty for even being on our property.
That's right.
Because you came back and established the state that you all been telling about for all them years. Now you just proved it beyond shadow of doubt with your imperial motu proprio. So there's no other doubt. That's why George is in a state of emergency right now. And probably gonna stay on it. They always start with 30 days, then they extend it. And they try to make things bad. They'll burn up factories, food, all that stuff to make that order sound right. But think about it. The only state of the union, the only state within the union, Georgia, is the only one got a state of emergency.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's crazy. I ain't seen none of that, hear none of that on the news neither.
That's right, because they
That's crazy.
Like they posted, you saw it, good. If you missed it, you don't exist unless you go to the government website and see. And they know very few people going to check the government website.
Wow.
I mean, they said it's supposed to be so. They said it's supposed to be so hectic that he passed the rule that 90,000-pound trucks can run on Georgia highways for 30 days, which is already scheduled for, regulated 80,000 pounds, right?
Yeah.
How the trucks are going to be coming in all type of night, this and that, bringing all this product and all this, to replenish itself from the COVID. And everybody, I ain't seen nobody tell me a story yet of seeing that kind of movement on the roads.
Well, you know what?
I don't think real on moving on the road is scales is closed, with all truckers don't mind that, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, we're all this emergency to make you have absolute power over the whole damn state for 30 days. Absolute power.
Yeah,
that's what
shut him down.
He gave himself. Everybody talking about what I got? No. When the Georgia governor did a state of emergency, he gave himself absolute authority for 30 damn days.
In order for him to take control and do whatever he wanted to do on those roads.
Well, you got to understand the authority that, we got to understand who's looking for that motu proprio and found out about the case being dropped in court and who's coming down to open up that damn 513. So he had to get control of it as absolute because look who's coming to open up that damn gate. The first one is the post office. Because Potter was in office now. You got DeJoy. So, you know what I'm saying? So you got all new board of governors. So all of them doors got open now. You feel me? So all that stuff has been investigated as we speak. So I'm saying you got the Universal Postal Union. That's a lawful, constructive, true bill against post office. That's real, dog. Listen. I'm gonna give you this right quick, right? That's going on that time outside of my being on the motion, with my power, my authority can't grant it with me. Looking at them on the international arena, right? If you dock that 120 days, the international law for that type of energy is out on the market when you're looking at what's going on. After that time period, brother, that's that's something you carry in the international court, and you start closing up distribution centers so they pay you. I don't leave it at that, okay?
Well, that's a conversation we gotta have too, because this
Oh, yeah,
concept.
that's all part of y'all development. I'm just showing you how serious it is when you start looking at international law and
Yeah,
the authority that comes with that type of authority from the imperial motu proprio
I understand.
and the authority coming from the sovereign that wrote the imperial motu proprio. That's being questioned on the market about his authority. Okay, and now he got to come back and prove beyond a shadow of doubt that what he's been saying all these years, the fact is act and what Obama wrote and all that is done. So now that you just clean up that window, that explanation point. How was the government attached to each other? There ain't no more attachment. He just dislodged himself from everything.
That's what it looked like.
Surviving because the government, I mean, under that corporation he got, but that's why they told him put that number down, Mexican. When the Fed told him put that stuff down, don't use the number because he's not part of that contract no more. I've been had to throw that contract since the court case. I told you. That's why I'm
Yeah,
trying to tell you about the tags they had. We got plates now. I said, you didn't get them since you got them in 13, 14. I said, you didn't get them since then. So what made you say all Georgia also give you plates? He talking about, we got some of our council members going up in the court, to fight cases. I'm like, why are you in that court? He said, what you mean? I said, well, you supposed to have your own court. We got our own court. Well, why are you going up in that court then? Because they can never stand on the contract. And he asked me what I meant by that. And I said, brother, we've been trying to tell you that since 2003. If they touch the contract, they disbar. So going up in the case, dropping that number in the case, that's why it's getting dismissed. Because they can't be attached to that contract, they be disbarred. We've been telling you that since 203. It's when I talked to that cat. Around 217. So I asked him on the call, we had a conversation. I said, well, if they gave you plates, why they didn't give you a bank? He said, what you mean? I said, if a state will give you plates, before they don't want you, they understand you attached to the state. But you know what I'm saying? They can understand that contract. So they don't want you in the venue. So they don't want their cops stopping you because they don't want you in the venue. Make sense? So I said, well, why they didn't give you a bank?
That's right.
I said, because every you go back and check the court case when I carried Georgia to court in Tennessee, that's why they came to argue about that cat, and I let them know, no, I ain't got no attachment to him. That's why I said I separated that in court, federal court. When I got Tennessee, I ain't got no attachment to him. They more families on that contract. That's when they found out they were more families on that damn contract.
Yeah,
and they realized that I had superior authority over that contract. So if you think for 1 second I went in federal district court in Tennessee and filed a just go then international case, and Exhibit 1 was to prove my delegation of authority. If you think for 1 damn second they ain't gonna do research at every level within, because they answered me within 30 days. They answered in 27 days. They called for a mediation within 27 days, dog. Wait for the 30-day one. That's when Georgia would need to come to the administration. They sent they counsel that. I'm like, counsel all you want. It's the point is that open up the gates of hell now. Another form. On the judicial administration side, you feel me?
Yeah.
It's just about y'all running your own state now.
Well, I definitely have to because something dealing. Oh no, yeah, well, yeah, I'm tired, but I ain't worried about it. But dealing with that, brother, I wanted to run this past you too.
It's 2:30.
Yeah, it's 2:30. we rolling. That's what I'm saying. Shoot. We've been up.
We completely in the Friday 13th right now, ain't we?
Yeah, we've been up for 4 hours and 26 minutes now.
Oh wow, we've been kicking it like that.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm like, I get confidence gave me a second. I'm just about kicking in my 18 gear. Come on, what you got?
What
man. You got? Who got something?
So yeah, I just wanted to say, because back when we was talking about this this guy that had the custodian right over the YNAG.
Come on.
Yeah. So you would say that he made a mistake and that he was penalized for it. But I just want to put this past you. Ever since I've been looking at that, I never thought it was a mistake. I thought, and I think, and the Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle, he would definitely be the one to clarify because it looks like this guy was making a move to take, to basically to usurp the chief in the position,
Well, he did.
and
That's why he made him clan chief. And then
that's why he made him clan chief. The chief,
that's how you made him clan chief because
because he seen he couldn't trust him, that he was about
that was
to
it.
do his own thing.
And then so like I said before, we had a treaty. We got a treaty with United Washington, March 20th, 2003. So by him not knowing that let me know how him lie teeth. That lie teeth. See, so so I'm serious. So when you look at that note and that the rift between the Yorks and the embassy, I know why he didn't tell him, and then he had a good reason not to tell him. Because they were blocking access to the chief completely, unless you had to go through them. So because they wanted everything, they want to know everything. You feel me? And we, so like I said before, we already seen Rochelle, Rick, all them cats, UCCs that they done in 2000 up in Charlotte to become Rochelle York. Wow. They did all that shit on UCC. So we seen all that. And we were given permission to see it because they let us know who we were dealing with when we were dealing with them people on the land. And they have already been up there and got UCC done, and they became secure parties. And all of them. That's how that girl became Rochelle York. That we seen that on paperwork. That was UCC. Khufu, all of them did it. Rick, all of them. All of them. So that was just letting us know who we were dealing with. So we dealt with them. That's why I say you already knew they were full of S. Even going down on the land, sitting down in conversation with them, the bill to get, they always want us to get them all full disclosure. They ain't want to give up nothing.
that's the way, man.
They ain't had nothing to give up, but they want to know everything. We want to know whichever way we were coming. And it was obvious they were agents. It was obvious.
That's crazy.
I remember we was on the land, and they decided to take the land and keep it under that UCC crap they were doing. And I got up and left the meeting, and they asked me why. They just gave the land back to the Caucasian man. I'm going out here and do my last garage because they ain't gonna be no more after this. And that's when I went out there and did it. What's the last one?
What was the time frame of that? What date and time that was?
They took the land almost a month later. But we was up in Georgia night. That was our meeting going down. We went over every week. It was about a month later when they finally got the land, but they could have filed that. They could have docked the land like the chief told them on the government.
Not following instructions.
That's why I say, but they'll be out there now talking about how much they love and all this. Get them free, man, please. You ain't them folk ain't did. He told them to get nice slide. They never got nice slide. He told them to put the land on the government. They never did that. They lost the land, and everything's an excuse. And always blaming 20 damn years, and every one of them went off center because their whole crew that was leading the crew was all agents. I give them $1 million tomorrow. They can go get one of the bluebacks we gave them.
I better get them bluebacks together.
No, we gave them. I mean, look.
I know.
We sent almost SEALs. All of them got a blue bag.
I know. That's why they came so hard. They knew exactly who he was, who he is.
I mean, no. When we sent for the government to say that where he's been over the state, all them blue bags, one that we were in court with, all of them got sent out to different organizations.
That's right.
We almost got about 13 of them done. So where the 5 that they got?
Somebody got them stashed.
Oh no, they let Rochelle take them, and she gone. So what I said, so they kept biting their own hand. They done, man. They done. I said, you ain't got no use to them. That's why he told them, this is my ship. I'm on this ship, and you gonna be on. He said he's done with them. He said, matter of fact, he said, ask them. He said, they ain't on this ship, ask them. So that's what I did. Ask them. So whatever they claiming, he know the whole car now. All of them. I called them all. Like, he know everything on them. Every one of them. They can lie all they want. He know everything on them. They know all of them. But family all the way up. He know every one of them. He finally got full disclosure.
Full disclosure, transparency.
I ain't got nothing to hide from. I came straight forward, huh?
Now that was this. I'm gonna tell you, one of your greatest strengths, and what draws people to you is the fact that you're honorable as far as how you move, as far in your position as protector of the state, of the brothers and sisters. They following your word. The brother Prince Ramses Bey, to hold down the emperor stuff until the family's ready. Even what you talking about, Doc, and dealing with him as vizier. Like, look, he got his own thing here. We got it waiting for him.
He
Like,
never got a chance to be the sovereign, the chief.
that's a fact.
So he's a former chief. So they blocked that. So
Yeah,
he's a vizier. He's a vizier to them.
And people act like you was a part of the blocking, but they don't understand how he was already kidnapped when everything went in motion. With the emancipated government.
That's them cats. That's them cats want to get them some ego challenge to make like their paperwork got something to overdo, whatever. I'm like, you ain't never seen me come out at one time arguing about none of their paperwork. It don't make no difference to me.
Oh, that's a fact.
If they can stand on it, stand on it. You ain't never seen me come out arguing with Taj and them paperwork. If they can stand on it, stand on it.
Stand on it.
I ain't never said whatever. You just, as long as you ain't got none of my venue on it or in my jurisdiction, do whatever you want. If you can make it, fine. You can get court cases throughout. I got a pot called the Kettle Black. It's all fraud. Okay?
Yeah,
ain't got no problem. But don't try to come on and test our stuff. We got our own venue. You know what I'm saying? This our, we know, we whatever you want, whatever.
But that's the trick, because they all have to, in order for them to have success. So now they couldn't, it's catch-22, because here it is, we manifesting the remedy. And now they got to pick apart, because they're going through the website, they cutting and pasting.
Well, you see what happened to that girl got a shower.
Since you came out, Emperor, I've never even heard the words full faith and credit as much in my life. Everybody's got an organization that got full faith and credit now. Everybody got a apostille. I never heard of the closest they had to apostilles was apostles from church in religion. They had no apostille.
Now you got everybody running up trying to get a apostille.
Everybody got a apostille.
All right, that's fine, but you ain't getting. That's why you asked me to get the tier 1, 2, 3 tier.
Exactly.
Everybody get a apostille. That's a part of the state.
But they didn't know.
I was telling you on the 2, but you can't take it outside of the United States.
That's right. That's right. And you got to do anything by permission.
See what happened to that boy in Canada? He tried to use it, and then they paid his ass out of here. That's why when we was on your call, what I said, bro, you make it real simple. Just bring your paperwork down to the Canada United States line.
And come back on the other side of the boat.
They ain't nothing else to say then. You ain't heard nothing from me.
And then even with him, and knowing your history with him, another one of the brothers that everybody look at as a guru, and the origin, you even invited, like, brother, come on now, just come on, come on and get involved, brother. Like, cut it out.
I told you straight up being real, because I am real. I said he could have been a good chief, a good Imperial IC, because that's why he always, even when we brought him up in Macon, and he became the mayor, he was upset because Anuki was the governor, and that's what he wanted. He wanted more authority from day one.
Yeah, he's ready for. He wanted power.
You know what I'm saying? So we made him governor of Macon. Okay, we made. I mean, I actually, honestly, tell you the truth. I said this many times. I actually voted for him to be the governor. Because I mean, I actually voted for him. I told him in his face down in Macon. I was like, I actually voted for your ass, but everybody else voted for him. So that's why you the mayor. And Anuki is the governor of South Carolina.
He's sharp and he's studious.
So it one of them, so he wanted that hunger. And I really know when it broke though. It was Latif's son and him, and he been the mayor of Macon. he got access, became part of what was it back there? IYR, no, it wasn't IR, Indigenous Sovereign Recording Service, ISRS, something like that back in the day.
Okay.
And so
Like the
he had a
recording
branch
service.
of it. He had a branch of it down in Macon that he, got permission to use from the government. And so he started, having classes on recording service, how to record, and all that stuff, and charging people. So he started making them some money.
Yeah, he makes some bread. Yeah.
So the boy Latif's son got jealous because he said he was wrong because he should have been giving him half. So I'm like, well, where the contract at? The contract with him for to run the government, how he created what he was doing in Macon to create what he, to survive. That's why he's doing to survive. They got mad because he wasn't giving half of it to him. And that's when that big flurry went up. We had to go down to Macon to the big powwow or whatever. And like I said, in being truthful, honest, he was right. When Latif came in and overruled what we ruled, because that was his son, that's when you seen that rift come. Because now you're saying that your kids can do any damn thing. And at the end of the day, regardless of what the council vote, you're going to come in and overrule the council and rule yourself because that's your child. So you seen right there, that's when that's when I think that boy really broke. They've been wide open because of that, from that incident. And how he governed, that boy that cursed the hell for 26,000 years, how he governed, and that one ruling that he did when everybody else voted. Luke, man, everybody voted, but that boy was right. He had no authority to collect any of that boy money if you didn't have a contract established. Now,
that's right.
And like I told him, okay, I said, now in being honorable, okay, you could have donated whatever. And being
you
honorable,
could have broke him off, son. That's
what I'm saying.
Real.
And being honorable. So I'm saying, so that's how I came at it. And being honorable, for what he gave you, you could have whatever. But for him to come in and say you owe him half, well, that's a contract.
Yeah, that's a contract.
And he was just being honorable. You could have broke the brother off, or broke Latif off, whatever, for the government. Because
that's real.
That ruling right there, bro. That's when I think that boy.
That's when he went left. Yeah.
That a lot of them boys got,
But they definitely be ready. Like you hear him and
like you see how long I've been around.
Everybody that pop up, you got like, and I've been engaged, one way or another to most of these guys going through my journey. Tarif out there, VA. We was dealing with him
through that clown crap with him. Also dealt with that girl up there in New York. Okay, that was
that's who introduced me to him. That's how I got introduced to him.
Yeah, when my boy, brother Hemotel, who created the water machine, he had a contract with them. Same thing with him. He did the same thing. I'm being honest with you. He had a contract where you can get his water. He was selling like $20 a damn gallon, some more crap. And you be in a wholesale, you get it for $8 a gallon. Okay, so the boy from Virginia got a contract with him, and then he started hustling, buying cases of water at $8, and then he sold it saying, well, it's worth you can sell it for $18, $20 a gallon. Them cats started selling for $25 a gallon and making the money. Then he get mad because you know what I'm saying. So that broke off, and then the one up in New York, Doc mother was living in, and she was calling me trying to get all the information. Then she gonna try to run that slang talking about, well, this is for the Doc's mother. She needed water for her survival. And I'm like, sis, you could have came to me a whole different way. You could have got a lot further. And I had to let her know from that point that the guy, she didn't know I knew the brother in Virginia. I said, that I know the whole game. So for you to come at me that way, then you trying to hustle me to put Doc's mother in it to get my waterman name. I ain't got no problem getting that. That's his business. But the way you came at me with this scam, I told her I had nothing to say so since then. So that's been years, man. So now she back on the scene as the whoever owed this act talking about me to call her. You ain't worth my breath. Honestly. You know what I'm saying? So everybody goes, what did he call her? She ain't got no authority to breathe to me. But that's them. That's their
Yeah.
lack of understanding what a real state is, and dealing with an organization that's been created all these years, all the way back to you go all the way back to the 20s, 30s, man. Nation of Islam, Elijah Muhammad organization, 501, whatever, Drew
Mm-hmm.
Ali, okay, whatever the religious act or whatever organization, ain't none of them. Marcus Garvey organization, okay, Malcolm X, all of them organization.
That's
None of
real.
them got outside that venue. See, we came through and we stepped outside that venue. Ain't
It's
never been
real.
done before. They said, why didn't Doc do it? Or why didn't
It's
Farrakhan do it? It wasn't meant for them to do. It was our job
once
to
in a
do it. And that's what
lifetime.
we did. And they tried to shut it
That's
down
right.
through the court system. I came in and saved it on my own free will. But I have my own magic. They complete. I told you, they already said 10 years. So you against the world now. They already, whatever happened, they already gave you 10 years.
Mm.
If you send me in there for 10 years, I'm turning that sucker upside down. Because that's how hard I got. Man, please.
I can imagine. Yeah, that dude, Atarif, we was supposed to be building with him on doing some real estate. And all he was trying to do was get us to do adverse possession. I'm like, bro, you got all this
What's
other stuff
all that
going
stuff,
on.
man? All that, that's what I'm saying. It passed from layer to layer. That
Yeah, yeah.
1099 bull crap, that adverse, all that.
Adverse
It's
possession.
just a constant layer that these guys is in the network. They constantly pushing that paperwork, and it never worked. Never
And they
worked.
never were focused on establishing a state. The
That's right.
concept wasn't even in their heads. They never even thought about it. And I spoke to these guys. I told you from the Zulu Nation brothers, Morris Science Temple. Like I've been a part of all these, building with these brothers with this Alpha Nation. None of them are never talking about separating and getting away. You know,
That's that. You remember that? You know that more scientific. They got the white, they got the Caucasian man hand, the black hand like this. That's what they still. They like. We got to come together and be peaceful, brother. You ain't gonna never find no peace with him.
absolutely
And that's
not.
what they constantly trying to do. We got to negotiate them. No, you don't.
There's no reason for them to negotiate with you. You don't have no power.
Well, they claim they ain't got no power, but then they got to negotiate. They say they ain't got no authority to do nothing, but then they can't do this. Then the queen is there, but they use a credit card. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just, well, the main thing, where your venue at? They write books. They have calls to say they gonna help other Moors. I mean, I seen her. That girl, whatever her name is, posted something, came through, and she had a venue, her interview with that brother, Kwame Sunhorse. They call it Kwame Sun. I said, who Jimmy? And Car just
Where's
fell
he
out
from?
laughing.
What region is this from? What region is this?
Oh, that girl. He just
Jersey.
Oh no, I don't know where yet now. He's probably down in Georgia somewhere.
Mm.
But that's one of our Lodge brothers, Sweat Lodge brother. I grew up around, been around years. So he been trying to push that old stuff like him being a chief under Lakota tribe and all that stuff, right? Okay, cool. But he tried to go through Latif to be a chief. He tried to come over here to get that recognition, and then he didn't want to get nationalized. They want all this. I'm this at this level. Can I come in? All that crap. You got to follow the process like everybody else. So when Zakur died, made his ass burn in hell. Fuck him. When that nigga died, he committed treason against me, man. That's why I say his ass burning. Straight up burning. And what makes it bad is that I came to him on his deathbed to show him brother love.
To balance his scales, yeah.
And he refused to even speak. And I told Tar, I said, Tar, he said he's so mad, because he know he just so I said, well, let him burn in hell then. I came, clear, help him out. So when I came to his, the reception of his funeral, I'm the crown prince of the whole state. So I had to come in and look at the overall position of what damage has been done to my property. So a lot of folks at that reception found out for the first time that was my property, even Kwame. So, he wanted that authority so bad. So he thought it was going to come back down through Tahita. I'm like, Tahita gave her authority when remember, we signed a treaty She the second signature. Called Crown Prince Ramsey Baby one matriarch with Tunica. But then she marries Khufu, who was the third signature. After second signature out of Crown Prince Ramsey Adele Bay. So then when she got married, she lost her seat. All the rest of them gone. And by him not dogging it in where Maluk still live, I think he over there with that clan crap. He gone to hell with them. But anyway, I mean, for real, all my enemies. I mean, I ain't. This boy came in like that. He came to me like that sister down in Charlotte. Stepped on property. You stepped in the can of ass working. And this ain't this is straight fire. You feel me?
Well, I'm gonna tell you the thing is, there's so many levels to hell that even before they get to the fire, they got so many different levels of suffering that they're gonna go through because of the actions, So, I mean,
I say you committed treason. You committed treason against yourself. Nobody. You should have thought about that before you committed treason. And you can't go steal some of my stuff and think you're gonna overrule it and think you're gonna have control of it when that country got laws. And in that law, it said enact treason against this country or the sovereign. That's death.
Just because you loud, because you being loud and you gathering a bunch of ignorant people who don't know no better and they running around yelling and screaming, that don't mean anything. You still got to pay for the violations. Yeah, she running around there. I see one video.
They out there putting plates on cars, and you trying to run that under our jurisdiction or attached to us while you getting away with it now? Oh, you got serious charges coming up against you, sis.
They shutting down court buildings with tape, green tape, talking about the buildings is shut down. Anybody that opens it up, any judge that come in here, any attorney is going to be facing the death penalty through lethal injection.
Who said that?
The same sister. That's what we talk about. She did this. She got a video where she's showing her taping up the entrance to the court building, putting notices on their doors.
How long ago?
Oh man.
You better hope she ain't got my flag on there. Whatever she did, she better have my seal up there.
Yeah, she ain't got. I ain't see the seal. I only seen the seal on her YouTube page.
Whatever she got, she better not have my seal nowhere doing that crap.
Yeah.
Or our seal. So
as soon as I seen it, I was like, oh, she came under. She done jacked the move. She using the lingo, the verbiage. Nobody else I've seen or heard using the verbiage that you use because nobody's in that status. So now hearing her, it triggers. I'm like, whoa, royal decrees, enactments. I'm sitting there like, whoa, who is this? And then she calling herself empress. And I'm like, and then when I see her enter, I go to her YouTube and I see the symbol. I said, yo, she using the seal. Yo, she's bugging, right?
She's so dumb. You can tell what she's studying and then she's trying to say she doctored in Library of Congress. Well, I said, let me go find out. See, I don't need Library of Congress. We have our own sovereign state.
Library of Congress is used to copyright songs and stuff.
It's just a Library of Congress. It gives you no venue. It's a Library of Congress doc. When you come through the Great Seal, they were saying you got to file.
It's like a record. Just keep the records.
Congress, $120, sit up there and get a copyright, or they ain't know all that. That was just money scam. Yes. It never gave you authority to do nothing. Put that AA number on your ID called the CM Bay and the Zodiac Constitution. First of all, you got to stand on the Zodiac Constitution. Once his family stood up and said they were property of theirs, and Taj and them to have the Great Seal to have authority to use it, and they started their own little thing based on CM Bay. They had a right to. They cut that bullcrat out, but they ain't got no venue to do nothing. Not no Library of Congress. Okay, so you see she ain't got no venue. So now she trying to attach herself to the venue with the crown. See what I'm saying? You can see it. So all that crap she taught all them years ain't mounting nothing. Go back and check. We're gonna go back and find out exactly when she put that seal up. Because I'm charging from day one. She getting charged from day one. That's treason. And she can say whatever she wants to say. All that crap about locking some court doors, that's stupid to me. Because you ain't got no key. You ain't got no key to do nothing. That's that old Great Seal more crap. When Mira was talking about that day that they own the recording service. And I said, all right, then. So you telling me that the Moors own the recording service down at the courthouse? He said, yeah. I said, all right, then. So at 6 o'clock tonight, I should be able to go down and file something, right? He said, no, the court closed. I said, but you got the key.
You got the key. You own this.
You own it.
Hey.
Yeah, he's talking, no, man, you know, I said, exactly. The marshal's there, and they ain't gonna let your ass in because you're not the owner of that damn court. So for you to tell people that the Moors in the past own the court, man, hush. And that's that crap, that's that madness that she going through her brain. Then running up there trying to file the CMB, all that stuff with Library of Congress, like she got some proclamation. Who gives a damn? You ain't got no venue to move it. Now you trying to attach yourself to my venue? Nigga, you done lost your mind. I'll burn your ass through hell, bring you back out, burn your ass through hell again. I keep doing that shit for eternity. That's how much fire you done lit. And I got fire being now. I ain't playing, dog. I'll burn them. They already, I condemned it earlier. I already cursed it. So
nah, yeah, we were seeing she got spanked.
Already shattered.
She getting eternal spanking.
It's the Imperial Judicial Administration get ready to tear hold of her ass now. I'm done with it. I got sovereign authority. I'm done with it. You violate that same thing that got that effect. You ain't got there ain't no rules.
It's becoming psychotic.
You don't do anything outside of what I just did. I don't need no damn judge come tell you violate me. I know you violate me, and I seen my damn crown.
Told you. I seen that crown. I said, whoa, I know this crown. I know this whole get up here.
And then for the dumb niggas out there on the market who's following that crap, ain't doing their due diligence, well, they going to hell with her. But that's all my enemies. So she carrying you to hell. Fine, I got plenty of. You know, I got millions coming out, so you know that's I got to replace that. So you know, it ain't just condemning them to hell for 26,000 years. That's condemning their whole genealogy from the time existence. I'm wiping it completely out of time existence. You know who I just let out, brother? These little amount of crazy humans can't replace what I just let out. So you got to go back to the time they existed. To wipe them out of history completely. They don't exist. So like I said, the best thing they got right now is just keep breathing. So this is the last time you're going to breathe it in because I stand at the gate. And when I make a ruling, you seen I open up the gates of hell. You won't come play with that type of ruling? They think some character going to, see, I'm a imperial war. Nigga, shut up. Tell that imperial, go call any witch, warlock, whatever you want, and ask them, what the Sam who ameliorate I download you put on me is real, they're gonna tell you more than real. Matter of fact, you get ready to get visits from niggas that's already dead, gonna come back and tell you it's real. So what? Keep your eyes on me. You're gonna attach yourself to my crown. You ain't seen nothing yet. You seen nothing. I mean, she stepped, whoa, bro. Like I said, bro.
No, I know. It was hard to believe when I first spoke about it. You was like, what? Nah, that's not happening. You're not telling the truth.
Oh, the fire. I mean, I got her whole car. I bring. I mean, you don't know me, man. Moon gave me everything on that chick. I just sat back.
That's real. That is real. You especially definitely.
I said, girl, I know your birth name. You know they looking for your ass. Cause you've been running for that one in Cleveland and Ohio when you ran down to Charlotte. They still looking for your ass. Then you got a legal name change because you weren't a regular citizen in Charlotte when you got there. So you stayed with Amir and got the box that she got, the same box that she using now. That's the same box Amir used. Same fucking P.O. box. It's the same damn box.
Damn. That's crazy.
Right, dog.
That's crazy.
She don't open up a can of worms. She don't know. I mean, boy, all users don't know.
Yeah, she gonna. I almost could guarantee that she's gonna change that picture.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm done with it. I'm telling you, dog. You got my property that you have advocated. What's called it? You have copy claim.
Copy. That's right. Copy claim.
Away from this original form. Yeah. And you don't alter it. Okay.
Yeah. She changed it up.
CNYE off the top to put some of your crap around it, right? And then you don't take off. You don't understand that crown has CNYE on it.
In the piece in the circle going around.
It's docket. It's so. Are you freaking crazy? Then you got a 6-pointed star that represents the chief, and you what authority you or your niggas that running with you, whoever went through dark or whatever, got any authority to use that damn seal on that crown. If you go back and look at the HTM seal, that's a cross up there. Only crown is that seal got the 6-pointed star seal up there because that's what Yamasee and the chief been on top. when the government was being established. That's why that seal sitting on there.
Okay.
Then you got the crown, and the pyramid was there especially made for the empire. They ain't nowhere where you seen a crown over a pyramid except for the empire. So you're gonna try to steal the whole identity of the empire and think you need to be have a let up from hell? No, you need to be burnt over and over and over again. If you that damn ignorant, if your ego is that damn bad that you need some sovereign authority, you want to be the emperor so damn bad, you're gonna try to steal a sovereign emperor's image that's known around the world who it belongs to, and now you out to commit fraud and treason against the United States by issuing plates that's trying to attach yourself to a sovereign. Oh, you ain't seen that yet. It goes down tomorrow. All the fishes get mad. I got all the fishes get ready to know about this. This ain't nothing. FBI, everybody, because she under their jurisdiction. So you got to realize that you violating a contract that been established with full and credit. So now that she probably played all them games she's showing out there, what she's doing with all that with locking the gate. No. See, you don't open up the gates now. You done made them so mad at you. You know what I'm saying? They want to knock you out of the head anyway. Now I'm going to give them all the authority and a permission to knock you and everybody else out of here and take you out of existence before you can get to me. Because I done curse you hell. I done curse you to hell for 26,000 years. That's your spirit. Then I'm gonna curse your hell for your soul. Then I'm gonna curse your soul and your spirit to hell in perpetuity and infinity. So, Father, I'm just gonna punish your ass for a whole sunset.
So there's no way for this to be rectified without.
Hell no. I ain't never told you I was nice.
I know. I know. There's no way for this thing to be handled.
Tell the pastor bedtime.
No. Oh God. Ain't gonna work. Yeah.
You still got that cramp?
Nah, the cramp is good. Cramp is good. Here you go, man. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna give it to you. Well, why you trying to fight? Why you trying to beat me up in front of the people 3 o'clock in the morning on the broadcast? So, Adeloye, how much longer we going?
I don't know, man. I'm not done. Ain't nothing else coming through. What you got for me?
Yeah, I'm trying to see where the people at. What y'all talking about? Now they look like they just hanging on.
They're hanging on. They weren't ready for the graveyard shift tonight, huh?
Yeah, this is a double graveyard shift for me because I worked the other night and I ain't sleep yet because preparing for this. I was getting everything ready. I ain't did this since last year. I ain't did this since last year. My wife was in that car accident, and just for everybody to know, put it on the record. Wife was in a car accident, and one of the reason why, not just because she was in the car accident, of course it was serious, but she was pregnant at the time. One of the reasons why we had to I jumped off the line. I had to start taking care of the home base, make sure everything was and the little bambino, the young incarnation, and he's here still, and she's giving me the permission to tell people because she now started promoting it and telling everybody. So that's what I'm telling everybody. So she's six months pregnant now. Yeah.
I'll leave it alone. Make sure
I'm leaving it.
Since you said it like that, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Certain psalms you need to do to make sure people ain't sending no bad vibration. That's why you.
Well, that's why we held it. That's why we held it for so long. But I would definitely continue. I do protection, supplications on a regular basis, and we definitely call on Bess on a regular basis for that's a protector of women and children, and so
you better get into the dweller.
Yeah, so we with it, we with it.
All right, somebody got, will Congo be a part of empire? It already is.
I was going to ask about the African continent. How does that play in with the empire?
That's why I said the crown came. That's part of the mission. The crown was never supposed to come over to America. Was never supposed to be. I can't say coming to America.
When you say the crown, you talk about that crown.
Yeah, the crown. This royal crown here. All right, this crown. This is the only crown ever made in the history of the world by a real king. Handmade. Ain't never been done. This is the only one.
What king made it?
King of Congo, Alfonso VII,
Mm.
1955, when he passed. And right before he passed, he made a commission that whoever had this crown fit will rule the world. Will rule the world one day. And I wasn't even born yet. That was 1955. I wouldn't come along with another 8 years, matter of fact. You feel me?
Yeah, that's
And
deep.
then it says when they were supposed to come leave Africa. So when Nabingi knew who I was, and through the magic with the shackles, he called his grandson, great grandson, and he said that this day and time, maybe the grandfather was old outside of his time zone, all the new internet and all that stuff, and all the people we thought never fit, so we just put it in storage. He said, well, we have an emperor in America, and he said, there's an emperor in America, and he said, yeah. He said, why ain't we heard of him? He said he called what he called it walking small with a big stick. So he said the brother said smart emperor. You know what I'm saying? So in that case, they shipped the crown over. It got here August 31st, 2011, without my knowing anything. So that's my Earth Day, of course. So I dropped Kamami Ka and Huaka, who just born, is 11. And she born in day, matter of fact, 13th.
It's a birthday. I was gonna say it's a birthday to the princess, right?
Right. And last time it happened, 13/5, last Friday, 13 on this day happened when she was born. And it happened again today, and this Earth Day. That's why this show's so important. So you see how young she was. So we went over to our natural healers and her godmother, but right up the street was the mall where the shop was. So you go just your brother and everything, but everything you go you gotta spend money. So it's like they just always someday you gotta get.
Yes.
And so when I went there, I was like, damn, I ain't feel like going. They ain't got no money. That's boom. I said, well, hell, I just stopped by and hollered at the old man. Said, I'm over here, right? So I parked, I stopped, got in. As soon as I walked in, he come. I'm like, huh? Emperor. So all of the thing was he just called me Root Man. So we want to keep that emperor thing, especially people in the store. He had like 7 people in that store. So when I walked in, he told me, Emperor. I'm like, damn, not me. What's up, dog? He's like, no, wait, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Come. So in his teachings, Africa, you always hit the seat 3 times before you sit, kill everybody energy. So he never let anybody sit in his chair. So this day he went over to hit his chair 3 times so I could sit in the chair, which I also hit it 3 times. I'm sitting in that big chair.
You got to watch yourself. We got to double that up.
I'm saying you can hit it 3 times. I'm hitting that mode 3 times too. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting in the chair. Everybody's standing around. In the store. He come back, go in, walk in the back, bring out the box that it came in, and he said, "Just arrived this morning. Just got here 10:30 this morning. Just arrived." He said, Nate, I'm like, okay, what arrived? He pulled out the hat. And I'm like, whoa. Everybody was like, whoa. He was like, shh. Try fit. And I me? He's like, yeah, you. I'm like, you mean put it on my head? He's like, if it fit, yours. I'm just like, I damn sure can't afford it. You know what I'm saying? Back then, I'm like, you sure? Cause you hustling me, make it fit. I gotta pay you. No, no, you fit yours. Put it on his fit. And he said, I'll be damn. Ain't never heard that mean, Kurt. I'll be damn. We have ourselves an emperor. I was like, yo, man. And he just told us a story about the king. Told everybody a story about the king, what happened. And it was never supposed to come to him. So, he passed on now, And I'm, so I got to get it. I don't know the full history.
That story, like even this whole.
Right, I don't know the full history of the crown. It's in Africa. So I got to take it home. So that's about that flotilla. It came across the ocean. I went and did a Psalm 23 at the ocean, moved the whole damn ocean. So that cleared the path for me, unbeknown to me, to carry the crown by cross. And remember, he said the dead raised. All the dead follow me now. Since that, the shackles opening up. So now you got all these dead spirits that's in the ocean. That as we going taking the flotilla back across to Kemet home, we're healing that whole slave journey once and for all at the beginning of the Aquarian Age. And you bringing all the spirits up.
Yeah, that's
all
heavy.
of them following you. So now that's why I say you're about scared. I'm not, don't worry about it. I'll be in the front of the boat. I'm the lead boat. You ain't got to worry about it. Just making sure you ain't too far behind.
That's a lot of sailing for most brothers and sisters that ain't never been on the boats like that.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to get used to it. But you got to understand what I've done for y'all, though. What I did for all normals, right? That's not a contract as a one-way trip. That's a 100-year contract.
100-year contract. Wow.
100-year. So that we got a flotilla that's going to be constantly going back and forth. And we got our own venue. Ain't nobody else doing it. And we done took over the whole west side. When we still remember, I sent that intent out last August. We got the whole west side of Africa, except while we're down in South Africa. And you notice after it went out, why did France come and say in November last year that they were pulling all their forces out from all the west coast of Africa? Why? Because they got an intent. They got an emperor now. And they knew French said they were shutting down. They were shutting down of getting their forces out of there. Because that intent that I sent out. So that's a lot of bickering among the African nations. Brother. You ready for this?
Yeah, we on. Brother said this graveyard shift is for real. We on.
Brother. They got to go call all the gods of Africa. That's what's happening right now. They got to go call all the gods of Africa
to consult and confirm you.
That's what's going on now because of who you is. So they before Haiti and all that's got to be. They call the gods.
They got to consult the gods.
That's where they get the answer from.
Who is this being?
That's what's happening now.
Mm-hmm.
They got to call all the gods, and that's what's happening now.
Wow, that's heavy. So
you talking about how many? So you see how far you go right now? You hear me, Dave? You hear me? You ready to say it again?
Yeah.
They got to go call all the gods. So that's going back up to Pharaoh, Egypt, all of them. They got to
all the deities,
all the spirits
from the continent. Everybody.
That's where you at. That's where I'm at right now.
They calling the audience of all the deities.
To make sure when they grant you who you are, they in sync with the whole universe and the gods. That's where you at right now. It's not no approval of some government. It's them doing rituals, all kind of dancing behind the scenes.
It's the other side.
There you go. That's what's happening right now.
Yeah, people have to remember, I'm not a religious person, but I'm into the sciences and spiritual sciences, and I understand the different levels of beings and existence and incarnations. I'm with all that. And so where people don't always, people will, oh, well, what is he talking about with this? Like, bro, the physical is the product of the spiritual and not vice versa. The spiritual is not the product of the physical. The physical is a product of the spiritual. So what we see on this side, it started on the other side and is projected onto this side. So that those people, those beings that live in those laws, that understand that relationship, those are the most successful and the most powerful cultures that we deal with in this planet. One of the reasons why we lost our power is because we stopped dealing with our spirituality, our spiritual body, our spiritual essence.
Well, we lost the soul. You forgot how to love self first. We started seeking love outside of self. We started seeking soulmates outside of self. So you lost thyself by lust and try to attribute it as love, but it was just lust because you lost your first soulmate yourself. And you did your best to attempt to step outside of self to find a soulmate. Okay, and you might have found some connection with some spiritual, emotional movements when you first ran into it. Did you feel that, baby? Yeah, I felt that too. Let's move. But you know what I'm saying? We have them in spiritual, you know what I mean? Then you find out down the road that wasn't no damn soulmate. That was disguise. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because they only came in to do what? What can they get from you? What can they get from you? They can only get your soul.
Well, and they're definitely energy.
So
energy.
you give it up voluntarily. So when the relationship is done, it's not love. It's the part of your soul they done took. You can't control it no more. You don't have no control over it no more. You gave it willingly to her, your mate, and now once the relationship is over, you don't know what she's gonna do with it, and that's what hurt. You want never love. Love is pure and undiluted. It's a part of your soul that you willingly gave away, and you ain't got no more control of it no more, and it hurts. So that's why that's that energy when you say you lost yourself. Know thyself, because that hurt you gave part of your soul away. So as you go older, you do end up find your soulmate, then find another soulmate. You got to make sure you got something to give her or offer, because all these tries, all these love relationships you done been in, you only got 4 chambers in your heart. Remember the old man said?
I literally was about to say that.
You only got 4 chambers, and everybody say, "Well, my first chamber, I didn't love it." Whatever. That's your emotions. 9 times out of 10, the first 4 inherit you had throughout life with them with your 4 chambers.
Yeah.
And that's why you find so many women, or older women, and older men, as they get older, they lonely.
Yeah.
They got the church filled up, waiting on Yahshua to come. I said, he gonna be the screwest in the world. How you gonna see him? Damn. Everybody waiting on him. I'm next in line. I'm gonna be up to the get the hell out of here. For real, man.
Yahshua, Jesus is the only nigga that is okay for every woman to share, and they ain't got a problem with it.
And all of them sharing it every Sunday. Got relationships bringing up, because they refuse to get a husband some more, because they done gave it to Jesus. I'm in love with the Lord. You better get that man something before you go out there and start looking on the side.
That's a fact. So you know, Chief Black Thunderbird Eagles said to break down the 4 chambers. And he says once a man get his once he get his heart broken 4 times, that's when he cuts off. His heart becomes wax cold in that relationship business, because you only got 4 chambers, and once them 4 chambers is broken, niggas don't look back.
Okay, I like the way you said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get upset too. I said I like the way you said that, because that's what I was saying, but I didn't. I looked at it on.
No. Let's listen. A lot of that's official. Like that's definitely official. So the African tribes and governments are they're connecting with the deities, and the deities are being called to confirm.
To confirm my authority,
your appointment, your appointment as emperor.
Your appointment, my appointment. It's already. That's why I said.
Because it's an appointment.
It's an appointment. It's already been. That's why they just clarifying through the spirits. You got some great spirits over in Africa. Ain't nobody never heard of.
That's fact.
Mystic spirits in Africa. It's totally. It'll completely shake up every religion in America. That's over in our home country. So
spiritual orders and all that. That's right.
Right. When I say they got to call, because they got to get permission. Even at Haiti level, they got to call. So I'm saying that's at that level. When you saying you crossing over to Haiti, okay, through the Republic, okay, because they were the first, Republic 1800s when they broke away. Okay, so look what they had to do. Okay, then you got Ethiopia got the same thing, got their own little republic outside of the vineyard of the Queen and everybody else. So you see these, but look what they had to do. Look at the what they call roots or voodoo or voodoo and Santeria, all that spiritual different magic that come out of Africa. That's just regular, that's just normal. And you got some beings that come up through the ground and move these like grass little houses, and they show you there ain't nothing under it, and then they call these spirits. They come up and start dancing.
So I watched the videos. I seen them damn videos. I seen.
You see what I'm saying? You ain't never seen that in America.
First of all, because we shooting at it. That's the first thing.
You straight up, dog. You done put that 9 out and unload it.
Like, nigga, what's that?
And they dancing around like, yo, you see, man, dancing
around. I seen the videos.
But them the type spirits that normal Moroccan Americans, as you traveling to these foreign countries, you got to look at the receptions that they're gonna give us.
To it. That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? You got to look at the ceremonies that you're gonna be involved in. Love, but it's so
We
gangster
embody the great
cultural.
spirit. We
You know what I'm
embody
saying?
the this,
Because you can't. You got to be there. You can't just. You can't. You for you not to accept the gift that's given. That's dishonor.
that's facts. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't. That's where we get ready to go because of your authority. That's why I say down the road, some of the places y'all go into, I had a script like you, so some of the places you go into, I said behind the scenes, they gonna kneel to kiss your feet.
Yeah, we gonna a lot of brothers gonna walk away with because they gonna give niggas their daughters too.
Well, that's part of culture.
The culture, I'm
That's
telling
what a
you.
lot of people don't understand. That's part of
Yeah,
culture. And if
that's how
you
they
don't accept it, you dishonor.
you dishonor them, the family, the culture, and
Right.
everything. That's a
That's
fact.
all. That's all. That's why I say that's part of tradition and how you learn it. And now that you got control of your own state, I mean, you could ask for nothing better this day and time. You got to realize we're going to the Aquarian age, and every time you go into a new cycle, you have a new state government emerging.
That's right.
Right?
Reboot.
So we the one. We emerging. If you go back and look at what I put on last night, we was on point in 20 when the 0 point rebels came in latitude to go into the Aquarian age. We was already on point. But we knew I knew we was one.
That's right.
Okay, but it ain't. We ain't like the Catholic. They came in crusade, killing everybody. You came in showing the pen is matter than the sword. But because the authority comes from the pen is that sovereign authority, was powerful than the sword. You got sovereign authority. When they say the pen matter than the sword, well, you got sovereign authority. When you sign, that authority comes with your signature. That's sovereign authority, powerful than the sword. Makes sense now, don't it?
Absolutely. Listen, I love it because you have so many people going against the concept. Everything is made through paperwork. Everything goes through contract. Everything goes through this pen. And then you have people promoting that we cannot get free through the pen. You cannot get free through paperwork. You cannot get free
I already
through
proved
the
them all
contract.
wrong. I already did it. I already did it. That's why I said I
Prove
proved them
them
all
all
wrong.
wrong. Yeah, it's a fact.
Proved
That's a
everyone
fact.
wrong. Everything they said, I proved it wrong.
That's a fact. Sheesh.
Like whatever they said we couldn't do, I came and did it.
Nah, listen, this is a miracle day and time. Matter of fact, while I'm here, you to confirm your incarnation, your Earth Day. You said it's August 31st.
Yeah, that's my Earth Day.
Yeah, not because that's another thing. You have to start understanding like you are a part of that list of brothers, of incarnations, of freedom fighters, liberators. You are now spearheading that in this day and time for this new cycle. You go now in our story, you're listed amongst the greatest of the people and minds of beings that came to be fearless, to go against the oppressive system.
And I had different levels of that 2 weeks, and yeah, that's good. I'm with you. But when Barclay read, we were studying when that sister was reading about
Yeah, the sacred wisdom.
no, Book of Enoch. And when I told you, I see
Okay,
that
the book
38 to
Enoch.
45, and how that was written in there. And then you go look, you go
Mm-hmm.
past that, and then you go like he said, sacred book. It's like it's basically, some say the source or we're gonna say the infinity light. Okay, where you the one, I'm the one that sits directly before the light, that like this, that protector, that
Mm-hmm.
light. So it's in the writing say where he come from, he came directly from we say a gloom or the source,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's his light, it's his rule, and the world, the politics of the world will refuse to kneel because they entrapped in their own lust or power, and they refuse to kneel to that light, and that light gets so angry they you're turned, like I said, all stones will be burnt, baptizing with fire. Who gonna do that? All that stuff they told you in the Bible that's supposed to happen. The one that's coming out of me gonna baptize with fire. I baptize with water. The one that coming out of me gonna baptize with fire. Okay, so whoever this character was, or this J character they talking about, well, he wasn't no damn. He wasn't no damn. What they say about him, he wasn't no damn easy character. If
Mm-hmm.
he gonna baptize you in fire, And I ain't seen a nigga baptized in fire yet. I see him baptized in water trying to drown your ass. But
I
I
don't
ain't
see
seen no.
nobody looking to be baptized by no
You
fire
understand what
neither.
I'm saying? So now you coming with the fire, and you understand what they meant by that now. So they've been writing about you for a whole while. They completely wrote about you in the book.
Oh,
So
I
you
can see
bringing
that.
that fire. They said you gonna have. You said you gonna have fire beings coming out the sky,
I
but they
understand.
changed it to feathers. Okay, now you got real fire beings that got fire feathers that definitely got to come meet you because you
I'm
let
with
them
it.
out. So you know there's a meeting coming.
I'm with it. I
So
understand.
you know what I mean? So that light, like he said, my
Yeah,
brother said,
yeah.
you that light, you and that light forever. That's why I said so. That like that girl told Charlotte, linger alone, die you must. Whatever you can't outlive this. You know what I'm saying? So linger
Mm.
alone, die you must. So so I'm looking at her like, what damn girl? That's why it takes this, see what I'm saying? So that's why I say even though law no excuse. Because see, they should have went and listened to the videos. You know what I'm
They
saying?
out.
28, 29. I'm gonna say 27, 28, 29 when that happened. Okay. Boom. We came out on that fire, we took it off. And then the motor pro, they need to go read that. They need to
That's
go
right.
listen. So they can understand it. This ain't no joke. This really happened. And like you said, it happened live. So
Live.
you weren't supposed to never happen that way. So if it happened live, they're letting you know you got authority to go both sides. And they ain't never seen that light. And you got this clown down in Charlotte trying to mess with that type light. Are you serious? That's why I said you just got to be the stupidest
Mm.
crackhead or former crackhead, whatever you want to be, even attempt, because you want that much somebody to worship you that much, and you ain't got no authority to do nothing, and you trying to now attach it to the sovereign emperor. I mean, trying to steal his words like you got the authority to write your own motu proprio or your own decree. You ain't got authority to do nothing. Well, tell her to go get paid on them. But
Mm.
now she gonna have to prove who she is. Because like I said, bro, if she got anything out there on the market with, with that seal on anything, bro, you don't know hell. The 5 O's out there get ready to bring hell to her. So that's
That's
the only
terrible.
reason they didn't knock him out of here before, because of my authority. You can't touch it. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
They disbarred. So they said that's why she oh bro, you ain't seen that. That's why it's called a pub. No, it's getting worked on now, and it's gonna be perfected today, and it's getting ready to hit the market. So we can be moving this ship. And then that's why I'm saying let know. That's notice. Because you got notice last year. But now you're gonna get a real notice. All right, like I said. So like I said, you see them burning.
I see you. I see
What else
you.
we got?
um, I ain't seen nobody moving up. Listen, honestly, we about to close it down. What time is it?
Time to go.
3:24 in the
Really?
morning. Yep.
You kidding. 324, you know them sacred numbers. Damn, you caught that right on that time?
Right on that time, 3:24.
All right, how you want to end it?
Um, it's however, honestly, like we could do a reading. One of I like a older supplication they used to do called the prayer of a sorrow.
Come on.
Um, and I say this, to put it says
They put who that? Say you put a question in chat. What you say?
yeah, I don't see the question whoever's talking about. I put what question he put in the chat, girl?
To be in another condition to meet the fire beings is an alkaline that important. I mean, that's for your temple.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
if we move, that's your temple, and can't no counsel anything stay in alkaline body. So that be you making sure you ain't got no growth in your system. But on that level, and dealing with the dweller in the fire, that's your soul. So it's you going deep inside. And but that's
Mm,
cool. That's cool for you to develop your mindset that help you strive, because certain levels, a lot of people don't know if they ain't got the right breathing and they overweight, whatever, they ain't gonna be able to go. So yeah, that's good to help you condition yourself. And but the main thing is inside the mindset, and certain rituals we do, and learning to getting yourself ready to that for that fire within to enlighten. So the alkaline, of course, the alkaline diet always important. That cures anything. Can't no counts anything live in an alkaline body.
And it corresponds with the fact that we talking about fire because how Dr. Sebi taught it, it's about energy foods for the energy body.
Right, that's true.
It's the electric foods for the electric body on the inside. And that is the brother that asked that is Nebba Kaminu Ray. That's his other attribute. You know who that is. Just for the record. You know he always got a question at the end. He's ready to go.
You and Razine, ready to go. Like, yeah, cool. Let's kick it in the guy again now. I'm back. I took them a 15-minute nap. Now they ready to go.
Yeah.
I'm cool though. I'm cool.
Now listen. Well, first and foremost, we appreciate you and all the manifestations and the time and patience that you taken with the people to bring us up to speed and prepare us to man the craft.
That damn knot just increased it. So it ain't damn running like it was. It's a little faster now, right? So
it's definitely increased. Anybody that's trying to hold on, they better wrap up something.
Okay. You overdue to merge your ship. And
the whole world waiting.
Because it's overdue. And then so now it's really overdue now. Because now you got these clowns ain't trying to attach themselves to you. So you know what I'm saying? So they messing up the market.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So now you got to come through and straighten up this market because that's why they trying to attack. They can't cash out nothing. They can't cash out on anything. You feel me? So now so you see all these like I said UN level. Now you got this clown down. You see what I'm saying? This clown down in Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
This stupid shit she doing. Nigga ain't left Charlotte yet. You feel me? So now they get ready to know a whole slave name that she chained to when she got it. So I know everything. I got a whole file. Oh, your mom got me a whole zip. I think, man, please, this girl, I said, she done lost her damn mind. So everybody don't know I even know her. Even though you know what I'm saying? They don't know. I know her. I'm in the 1099 crap she was pulling with the IRS. Trying to get them people that money. That was all. That's why she ain't got nothing to fall back on. They closed her Social Security trust account.
That's crazy. Done. She's literally a stateless citizen running around.
That's right. And now she's trying to establish herself like she's this and that because she ain't got nothing. Because they shut her account down. That one comes, you didn't get nothing on it. So you actually gave your birthday account back to the queen. You only got $49 from her. And now you want to be a damn empress? Shut up.
I'd have cried. $49.
Moon had me crying, boy. Moon said them niggas, all of them got less than $100. They tell me they want $450,000. They got $45 back. You wanted $5,000, now $500,000. You got $50 back.
Those people stole it. Those people took that money. They gave them access to their account and they took that.
Oh, they took it. They closed the account. They said on the reading that they got from the IRS, from the Social Security Administration, it says it seems to us that you are attempting to close your account. If so, we have obliged your request, and here's your refund. And they got whatever they asked, that $400,000 they want a year, but they sent them $40, and they shut them out their account. They didn't never close the trust account. They just gave the Social Security Administration permission to oversee their account forever. They can't do nothing with that account. So they done. So that she been lying, all these people trying to claim she's something. No, she ain't got a part for a piss out of it. She begging you to feed her ass. She done tried all that UCC commercial, leaning the judge, marriage, everything. You ain't seen nothing come out of it. There's a lot of damn paperwork. Just totally paper slinging. Then she got a couple of so-called smart characters that they trying to be UCCs, want to bring in their history of Moors and all that. Whatever. They ain't got no venue to do nothing. And they want to make her like she's some authority figure. Sis, you ain't got no authority to breathe. Well, I'm concerned. Now you going to come attach yourself to me? I don't know you.
And she was for the people. She was supposed to advertise and show her experiences to be like, yo, this is not the way. This is not the way. We messed up. I got to stop playing.
And you should see some emails people send me where she's sending out private emails. I need 50 people to come and stand on this. Don't let nobody know. We got to keep it secret. I ain't pay that stuff no mind because you're a public figure where everything's secret because you're a fraud.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you're secret because you're a fraud. Now you post videos claiming this and that. You can do this paperwork, all this. That's all queen stuff. All that 1099, that's all the stuff they've been programmed in. Now
Yeah,
she's trying to
yeah.
show people how to do this and that, help them out, this and that. I mean, that's all commercial remedy crap. Ain't got no venue, nothing to do anything.
At all.
So, she's just a fraud.
It's
A
terrible.
complete fraud. I call her out in a damn face on live TV. You're a fraud. You're a
No,
fake empress, a fake everything. You're fake.
listen, she was invited, her and her peoples. The God said, Samuel Mini Ray Adeloye, he says, my great great grandmother's Lavinia Rose born day is 31st of August, 1900. The fact that your born day is the same day is awesome.
That's awesome, right? That's good.
So that's beautiful. So again, this come through a reason why I wanted to say the prayer of Asartu of Osiris is because of what it embodies. It embodies the fact that we are incarnations, that we are deities, that it's our time, and we need to. All those teachers that the chief had given us since the 60s is about preparing us to step into our authority and be in the right state of mind as sovereigns. We on the other side is deities. On the legal side is sovereign, when the spiritual side is deities, gods.
That's right. Hold on a second. On that question, I'll let you know about that YouTube, because it's copyright violation, right? But we're gonna put pub notes out tomorrow, and then we're gonna get in contact with YouTube, and because I got enough evidence, of her, copy, violating our constitution and violating our sovereign. So we got enough information on that already.
That's a fact. We got pictures. It's all there.
On it. So we're gonna put pub notes out first, and then we're gonna send a copy of that to YouTube, whoever, letting them know the dangers that they encountering by allowing her to keep using copyrighted copy claim material unlawfully and commit fraud. So yeah, all that got really good. You got we hot, so she don't know she gonna open up a can of ass over for real, dog. She ain't got a part. Man, you got right here. Look, that's
I see it.
CMYE, and that's you can't take that all. That's a hieroglyph, and that dummies didn't even know it. That's the updated seal. But that seal, that's the embassy seal. I got all the proof. I can pull up to you right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's property. I didn't want to hear nothing she got to say. I got all copyrights on my property. So whoever the slicks there was, they round. That's all I said. That's them dirty Moors, man. It's all about their own egos, trying to cash out on somebody else's authority without respecting authority. Now you committed treason, not just against me. You committed your own United States. So that's why I'm saying you a danger to the land. It's time for you to move.
Yeah, people are becoming psychotic now.
Danger, everybody, anybody in your whole generation. They're
obsessed.
You just now became a curse to be born.
You said, you was the one of the first people to say that stuff, that information to drive you crazy.
You see it, don't you?
And they're obsessed, and they becoming psychotic because they invested so much of their life in it, and it's like, oh, it gotta be. I mean,
that's why she got a W on in the Michigan. So she was trying to do that old folklore paperwork, coming to court, not doing it, got a one on her ass. And she left out of town because they were going to throw her ass out of the house. And she came to Charlotte, and Amir took her ass in, her 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? So that's why she been running. And got down there and changed the name in the Charlotte system, but she ain't even been a citizen of Charlotte. They can go back and check it. They can go back and pull her damn name change and go back and look at the paperwork going on in Michigan. When that court case said, they let them know right off rip. That counts that whole name change. That's why I said she opened up that whole book. She opened up everything. So I'm saying they can go back. That's all fraud. Everything she did was fraud. Wow. Everything she did was fraud. She wasn't staying in North Carolina long enough. You got to be in a city for like 2 years to be able to do a name change, or a year. She just got down from Detroit. She was hiding from the law. She had a W on her ass. And she ran down to Charlotte and got that Moore symbol, Great Seal Moore nationality. That's when they told you they came and shut him down and had it.
That's crazy.
Because he was people giving that get nationalized, in the state. And once of North Carolina, they were still living in Detroit and all that, coming down using the address and still on her damn paperwork. I thought y'all know the whole game. So she done brought out the whole game. Now you're gonna attach yourself to me. Nigga, please.
So Adeloye, this is how we're gonna end it. I'm gonna say this. I fly up from amongst you, O mortals. I am not for the earth. I am for the skies. I have soared to the skies. I have kissed the skies as a falcon. I am the essence of the deities, the sun, S-U-N, of the deities, the messenger of the deities. I am in the light of Ray. The light of Ray is entering me. I am life itself. That is the prayer of Osiris, Osaru. So I
As
want
I will, so mote it be. Chant
okay,
and
as I
champion, it is done.
it is done.
Chant and
As
champion, it is
enchantment
done.
done,
Chant and champion, it is done.
done.
Ashe, so be it, so it is. It definitely shall be so.
Shall be so.
Zen Uru.
Zen Uru.
Zen Uru.
Zen Uru.
Zen Uru.
Zen Uru.
And power we shall have. Thank you. Eesh.
Thank you.
Smiley
Eesh.
face.
Smiley face. We want to thank the God, the Emperor Sambu Amini Ray Ade Loye, and the family for rolling with us for this graveyard shift. Brothers and sisters are still holding on.
I don't know, ain't like y'all be kidding, right?
Yeah.
We got all that. We got all of that Friday 13 Friday 13 energy.
And we want to say happy birthday to the princess.
Right. That's the only and then my Princess Earth Day. And then tomorrow night at 9:30 to 3 o'clock in the morning is the blood moon.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. So they say it coming on 16th, but it comes in at 12. It coming at 0016. That's why they say it coming on 16th. So at 12, okay, 12:16 in the morning, but it starts coming in like 9:30. Then you got the first stage, second stage, then it go full at 12:16. Why they say it coming on 16, but actually starting on the 15th tomorrow night. You know what I'm saying? So going into Sunday morning, you want to get that full moon. You going out there tomorrow night, you started at 10 o'clock probably and getting your position. So around 12 o'clock, you sit in your meditation, whatever, and that's when the full blood moon is in. And then you got the third level, 1, 2, 3, fourth level, and then you got the fifth level when it goes out around 3 o'clock. They say around 2:20. So you got to realize that whole event starts between 9:30 and 2:30. So if you want to be completely into that full energy of that blood moon, you got it starts around 10, 9% on your average East Coast time. Your favorite, and then around 10 to 3, 2:30, you getting all that energy. You know what I'm saying? So that's coming in right after the Friday 13th.
Right after the Friday 13th.
This is only Friday 13th of this year.
That's what I was going to ask you. Yeah, you said
right. That's this year.
The only Friday 13th this year.
And then you got that blood moon coming in right behind it.
And the blood moon right behind it. That's heavy.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
So you got to catch that energy. You know what I mean?
We with it. We with it. We with you. We with you with the CNYE. You know, as Nama, we here. Everybody, y'all got this affirmation. Y'all please go to the website. You know, everything that's been going, it's got one last roll going across the path right now. Go to Natural Nature Herbs, FoulRising.com, CosmicShop.com, CNYEImperialGov.us. Get involved to evolve or dissolve. You know what I'm saying? That's how we talk.
But you gotta realize that you got to also know that we know they got to know that nationality closed, but doors closed. But what we're setting up, those who see, finding out who we are and how we running. As the administration getting done, we said we're gonna have what we call a holding tank for people to go ahead and going to register, and we're gonna create a holding tank so that we can deal with them on our level the way we want to deal with them. But we're gonna create a holding tank so they can go ahead and register. And
that's real.
Be a part. You see when the doors get ready to open, they already registered. So so whenever y'all decide to open back up, they already registered. Study, understanding,
registered, and going to the university to get some information.
Like I said, getting certain things through register, and then we got another process we use where your oath and all that stuff. That'll help them get them to that level, getting in the university so they can study. You know what I'm saying? Confidentiality and all that stuff. Helping them out to be ready that when they do open up nationality, they come right in through that process to help run the ship. They ain't got to come in and start it. That's what I'm saying. You conflict. But as y'all moving, getting things straight because of what we just came through, what we learned, and
Absolutely.
what we at now. So
and they'll be dealing with the NAMA. They'll be dealing with us. They wouldn't even be dealing.
They ain't got nothing to do. That's what I'm saying. They don't understand contract yet, though.
They don't got it yet, right?
You know what I'm saying? So we good.
Yo, we are great, and I appreciate you. As a blessing and honor. I'm gonna give the blessings, you know, Estangela and Kum, salvation to you, life, health, and prosperity. You know, we appreciate you as the incarnation and steering this movement into this hereafter, because that's what's going on. Hereafter the reign of these mountain dwellers. You know, they had 6,000 years on us, man. This is amazing to be in this day and time. And thank
But
everybody.
you just always remember that, like the old head said, the light that I came with ain't no written on it.
Hmm.
So a lot of people gonna try to attach us to all the light, all these religions. They don't. We don't. I got my own light. We come in our own light. So this is where the light
Yeah,
is
I'm
at this
glad that
point.
you explained that. I'm glad you explained that.
Yeah, this is the light at this point. So you seeing this light at this point, you see how bright it is. Well, that other light, you got to realize something. Everybody missed. Under our salvation, you got immortality. Ain't nobody on the block like they got that kind of off. So
Hmm.
with that connection with the divine being, the master, that's immortality. You look at the light you bringing down. So you able to train a light that they ain't never heard before, seen before, and you able to train your nationals to come up and develop and understand that light, so they can
Mm.
become immortal beings. Like you said, so whatever they call fifth dimension, whatever. Well, we the one manifesting.
I understand that.
It's in,
I'm
it's in,
with you.
it's in the healing of the wings. It's in the light. I got 100 million. Listen, like I told you, go look on the sun. You got rolling millions of them that's got to come see me because I let them out. So that's
Hmm.
eventually coming. So I got to get ready, get y'all ready, because we got some we finna turn over a whole lot. It's our time. It's my time to rule. It's my rule. So the longer they wait, the worse off it is. It's just this
Mm.
this nigga down in Charlotte trying to draw my attention. That's why I say y'all need to keep people like that away from around me. You want to keep living because they gonna generate this damn fire. I mess around and send an X20 or X100. We're 100 at
Now
your ass and
we
shut every damn
it's,
thing down. I mean
there's
that's the
enough going
energy.
on.
That's why I say you need to keep them niggas away from me to not to
Once
get
we
this fire journey up. You feel me?
once we get this court going on, all out of
It's
cease and
already in motion.
desist.
You're right.
Everything is shut it down, and we don't even have to worry about none of that.
You know what I'm saying? Get this fire down, boy. Woo! All right,
Oh
Slam
my
Legal
goodness.
Magic.
All right, so I'm gonna say this, yo. It's our time. So if not now, then when? If not this, then what? And if not us, then who?
That's it.
All right.
That's right.
Be safe. You know what I'm saying? Sound like with magic.
I see you on the call tomorrow.
Chabad wa shook.
I shook.
Career Magus, which is peace and divine unconditional love with magic.
That's right.
All right.
Slam Legal
Y'all be
Magic,
safe.
Divine Beings.
Divine beings. Sound
Yeesh.
like with magic. Peace.
I'll at you.
Thank you again, Emperor.
All
Woo,
right.
this is fire.
It's fire, buddy.
All right. See you
We can
tomorrow.
we come out. We probably come out down the road with a 200 day in office. We do something because
Hey,
they
listen,
want to know.
we walking the walk.
You know what I'm
We
saying? We see you
appreciate
another
you.
100 days, right?
Yeah, they've been thirsty. They didn't come out a lot like this. Trust me, this is gonna be in the thousands because everybody been waiting to see what's going on. You know,
Let's get it
it's all
going,
right.
brother.
Yeah, we good, God.
All
Appreciate you.
right.
I'm going to fall out. I might not even make it off the table.
I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. I'll probably go to bed about an hour. I gotta cool down, bro.
I understand.
Yeah.
All right,
That'd be
family,
about 5
everybody in the
o'clock before I
earshot, eye
crash.
shot of the gods, man. Y'all be safe. I do namas, I shook. All
See you
right. See
tomorrow.
y'all in the sun.